Are you going to take that off my face?
It is off your face. You're watching OBS.
Watching. Hi, guys. Welcome back. This is Alex from the PTOUnlimited podcast. Welcome back to our pre-show meeting for episode 175.
Yeah.
So we do have a special guest with us today for the show. This is Mike. There he is. Okay, I had to make sure I was. You're right here. So anyways, we're going to have a good show today. We've got plenty of topics to talk about. We got things already set up on the board. And once again, if this is your first time with us, especially for the pre-show, this is a chance for you to give us topics to talk about, as well as just say, hey, what's up? But the big thing is we're not going anywhere, so neither should you. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so in about less than 10 minutes, we're going to go completely live on YouTube for the whole entire podcast. If you don't want to stick around for the video, the audio will be available shortly after. So let's get to it. Once again, any topics, just throw them down in the chat. I've got chat open, so go right ahead. So, Brett, what do we got going on?
Yeah, actually.
We had our fantasy football draft this weekend.
I can't wait to talk about that, actually.
And some insane NFL news regarding Andrew Luck, who is the Colts quarterback.
And that's a story in itself.
Yeah, it is. So we'll
wah.
run over that briefly.
News.
Insane.
We watched the movie on Friday.
Oh, we got our PTOUnlimited podcast movie club. Josh, can you plug that real quick?
Yeah, so basically what the PTOUnlimited movie club is we pick a movie every week and we discuss it the next week over, depending on what it is. Like, we go through spoiler alert kind of stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be a new movie, but just a movie at least 1/3 of us has not seen. And this week was My Cousin Vinny. You ever seen that movie?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, well, we're
gonna spoil
We're
it
going to
for
talk
you.
about it because it was
Don't ruin it.
It came out in like 92 or 3.
92, yep.
Yeah. Too
Too
soon.
soon. Too soon. All right.
Oh, that's great.
Well, we're talking about it.
Yeah, right.
So sorry. Okay. Brett, what else we got on the board?
I'm an adult and I've never.
Yeah.
Is there something specific with this? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We started that segment like 3 months ago and we never added to it. I've actually got something that I learned over the weekend. So
cool.
I've gotten an adult thing I've never known.
Okay. Yeah, I've got one to add.
Alex, we might be talking about the same thing, but we'll find out.
Okay. All right. We'll figure it out. You got something in mind at all?
I got nothing.
Okay.
I've never broken a bone. Does that count?
We did talk
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
going to say, like, that's kind of an accomplishment.
Me neither, actually.
Safe so far.
I've shattered my skull, but I've never broken a bone. So, but I mean, your skull is a bone.
That's
so
a bone.
That's a bone.
In a way, I have half broken.
In a
bone.
way.
Okay. All right. What else we got going on?
Something about D23.
That's Disney's Expo. That's their.
Okay, I keep seeing like
There's
posts with a D23 in the corner. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that either.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All
So
right.
that's the expo that happened over the weekend. There was a lot of movie announcements, a lot, like dates, even like announced dates of when things are coming out. Trailers came out, a couple of them, a lot of speculation trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Some interesting stuff came out of D23.
Shows for every Star Wars character.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Holy
sure.
crap.
And
Well,
Marvel character.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
sell that Disney Plus with original content.
Yeah.
Original content.
And it's all like content that they've invested in and purchased over the past 10 years. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 10 years, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Avengers came out in 2010, 12.
Oh, I love that I totally
Sure.
made this post
10,
and
I
it didn't
think.
post.
I'm gonna actually check that.
Iron Man was what, like
Iron Man
2008?
was 08.
Oh, it had been longer than 2010. Then it had been.
Did they own Iron Man when they bought it?
No, that was Paramount.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what else we got going on?
2012.
I introduced. Really?
12.
I thought Ultron was 2012.
I did too.
I introduced you finally to Live PD, even though I told you about it multiple times.
But we were never
I
introduced.
watched it for the first time.
Experienced.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it was nice actually. It was a really interesting experience because it was weird because seeing some of it was in Indiana.
It was, yep.
Yeah, it
Lawrence, Indiana.
Lawrence,
Indiana.
Lawrence, Indiana.
Yeah, that's
Good
where
old
one of
Lawrence,
them
Indiana.
is. I don't know Lawrence at all.
They're full of some winners.
If you know Lawrence,
Oh,
you're
we
probably
will
on
have.
Live PD.
Yeah.
Did we tell Mike about this? We will have Nintendo trivia.
Hey.
Well, I
I don't know
figured-
if we said
I didn't say anything because I thought that would be a surprise, but you ruined it.
Aww.
Another
My
spoiler.
fault.
alert.
Another
Thanks.
spoiler alert.
My fault.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. What else do we have going?
They finally announced the pipe down.
She's gone senile, by the way. There's nobody here.
There's nobody here.
Anyway.
We well, the
Typed out.
Breaking Bad movie El Camino,
Yeah.
which is a car.
Yes.
It's a car.
It's a car truck.
That's the car that he's running away in.
Oh,
Spoiler
I
alert.
did not know that. Oh, at the end of the
Oh
series.
my God!
Breaking
At
Bad.
this
It-
at this
yeah, at
point,
this point-
at this point,
I
if you're
didn't-
ready for this show, you better have watched all of Breaking Bad.
2013, right? That's when that ended.
Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah, that
so.
sounds right.
Yeah. Which
Okay,
is
but we're
spouting
gonna
off
we're gonna
dates
talk
today.
about that amazing trailer that popped out
Right.
yesterday.
Popped out.
Popped
Just
out.
Popped out.
Just popped right out. Unexpectedly. Okay, what else?
Couple movie things that nobody really cares about, or just me, which is Matrix 4 and Lady and the Tramp.
Meh.
So you don't care about the fourth one because
I
you never
did-
saw
hash-
the sequels.
we're
Why are we
hashtagging-
hashtagging it?
Because we're gonna. This isn't the podcast.
You know why
we're
they're
just-
doing this? I'll tell you why. Because Keanu Reeves is the hottest celebrity on the planet right
He
now.
is.
And
They're
he's
like,
the
"Ooh,
hottest."
we gotta cash in on that Keanu money.
Right.
He's so popular. I get it.
He's
I
breathtaking.
get it, Alex.
He's breathtaking.
Well, he's that.
He is that.
He is that.
Is that?
All right. Josh, do you got some stuff to add to the board,
Um,
or to talk about on the board?
Somebody needs to explain to me the whole Spider-Man fiasco.
Oh, Alex has been reading into that. I've been looking into that as well. I don't know if you have as well. I mean, I've looked into some of the stuff. We already told Mike that we were going to talk about that today.
Yeah, we
Cool.
prepped him with some of the stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah. I figured it would be
So
a
yeah,
topic.
the Disney Sony fiasco that's going on.
Yep.
The feud.
The feud,
The
the
feud.
mommy daddy fight is what's going on, really.
Yeah.
What else?
That's about it. Oh, you had Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's small.
Okay.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean it's big, but it's small. We're gonna
It's
talk
big
about
and
it.
small.
It's a big, small thing that
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about. I think that's it.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's the
Oh,
board.
we're gonna have. Oh, there's an interesting story about a possum,
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
I want to
why
get
opossum is
opinions
on there.
because people at work don't believe me, and I want to see
I
what your
have no opinion on an opossum. Why would I have an opinion on one?
You will have an opinion
I
when
will
I
have
tell
an
you it.
opinion?
Yes, you will
Okay.
have an opinion.
There was one I wanted to add, but I couldn't. It was actually gonna be later on the board. Put down. I gotta find this company. LELO.
This isn't the electronic or what was the name of our podcast last week?
Oh no, this isn't.
Teledildonic.
This is not a Bluetooth device. At least I don't know.
This is not a Bluetooth
I don't
sexual
know.
device company.
I actually really. It's gonna get interesting though. But if we get to it, it's an interesting topic.
Okay, all right. Okay, are we good?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what the pre-show is. We just announce what we got, and if there's anybody in chat talking about.
We've
anything.
got people in chat, just no topics. So that's going to conclude the pre-show, guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stay live, so don't go anywhere. The candle's been lit. We're going to go, and you guys stick around for the next few minutes as we're getting ready.
Yeah.
Watch the fun pre-show video. We'll be right back.
Yep. So bye guys. We'll be back soon.
Okay, bye.
There were little rods that people
You
do that. It's like a tuning fork, and you ding it, and it gives you a vibrating sensation.
You've changed, Josh. You've changed.
Not me.
It's time for either or.
you take it and then you just go like this.
Ding. Yeah.
Fail to find the humor.
No.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh God,
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
Have
now.
a portable system. Battery consumption is definitely
It's not
something
a
you have to
portable
address.
system.
It
It's
is a portable
it's
system.
It's a console hybrid, okay?
It's portable.
A portable system is a PSP. You're meant to take it with you when you need to take a shit. That's about it.
No, that's not about it. People
Where else you gonna
travel
go with
with
it?
it on the airplane.
Oh, and how long's a fucking airplane ride? They got an outlet
well,
on
I
an
don't know.
airplane?
You're going to Indiana to LA. How long is it, Josh and Alex?
6 hours, 4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that Switch battery lasting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
What do
if
you
it's
know?
charged when you go.
Well, who's going to leave with it half dead?
Well, I don't know. Somebody who
Irresponsible
forgets to
people.
charge it.
Well, then don't fucking forget. I don't like the big, thick ones like that
The
because they...
reason for this is so I can carry everything with it. Right there, it holds my Joy-Con covers, and it holds my games inside of these slots here.
Where's your charger go?
You don't need a charger; it's portable.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah!
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
There.
Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 175, and we have a guest this week. This is Mike. Hello,
This is
Mike.
also an audio podcast. You gotta remember that.
Mike waved for you
Just
audio
waved.
listeners.
What's up?
That's awesome.
That was awesome. I love it. I love it. So we're starting off the podcast. How do we know Mike?
So I gotta let me say this. So I was at work several years ago, and this guy comes to train at my location, and start talking to him, and I don't even know how it came up, and find out that you went to school with Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they're like my two best friends, and it was just like a very small world.
Yeah.
Small world, Fort
Yeah.
Wayne.
And that was it.
That was pretty much it.
Cool story, bro.
well, it's not, it's
Well,
not-
no, I
We talked
remember.
about.
I
we
remember.
We talked about video games.
We
and
did,
started doing
but
that.
I said something to you. There was this guy at work who paints controllers, and you're like,
Oh,
"What's
yeah.
his name?"
Yeah.
I said, "Mike." And she's like, "Yeah, I know him. I went to school with him." I'm like,
Well, yeah, 'cause I was already actually following like you on Instagram and saw that you were painting controllers. I'm like,
Oh.
you're like the
okay.
only one I know that's painting controllers. This is a small
It's
world.
like, how did you know? Like, it was me without even. He just said my first name, and it's the most.
Well, it was like I had you
basic
on
white guy name
Facebook
ever.
"Well, I think
and
she-
everything, and you had posted like the first controller or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm
Ah.
pretty sure is his name Mike. It's like I think I know who that is.
Now, speaking of that, you painted a controller for me.
Mhm.
Do you remember that controller?
The Punisher.
So I
Did you
take
break
him.
it?
I didn't. I'd still use it today.
Wow, were you expecting like
So I
Hang
take
in.
him this Xbox One controller and say, kind of give him an idea of what I want, and he takes it and he paints it, and he sends me a picture, and he's like, "This is what it looks like," and it's a solid white skull on the face of the Xbox One controller. I'm like, that's awesome. So then he texts me like the next morning. He's like, "I don't know really what happened, but the paint like all cracked all through the image, but it looks better." And so he sends me this picture, and it looks friggin' awesome.
I was
I'm like,
wondering how all that like crackles. And
Yeah,
stuff
I
kinda
don't know
looked. I
how
was
you
like, wow, did he
did,
like
or-
individually like do all these
Yeah, I
crackles?
I think it was just because of the temperature it was drying at.
Sure,
and
well,
ruined
cranked
it.
it
But
up.
it actually looked cool.
no, it looks great. You know, the rumor is the next Xbox, all accessories will work. I will use that controller until it dies, because
Cool.
that's my controller.
You're
Aw.
welcome,
It's
bro.
personalized. Thank you,
he
sir.
likes it? He
He'll
likes
remember
it.
you
memories,
forever.
Memories.
He
Do
really
you-
likes it.
Do you still paint controllers?
Not really.
Do you not? enjoy it?
Every
or-
once in a while. It just takes a long time.
It does take a long
Takes
time.
a while, yeah.
What's your favorite controller you've ever done? Because I've seen some of them.
Well, I brought it with me,
Oh, well,
but it's
Where's your bag?
one I made with Mario and Sonic on it.
well,
Oh,
It's
heck.
right down
Oh, sweet.
So,
when did you make that one?
there. Like 3 years ago, maybe. It
what
was, like,
medium
around
do
the
you
time-
use? Like, what type of paint?
Paint markers.
Oh, okay. So you use like just like a that's got to be
Like what I
that's got to
use-
be acrylic.
Yeah,
then.
like what I use for my bat.
Oh wow,
marker.
that is.
Whoa, no shit! You
dope.
actually did that,
What? Dude.
dude? Can you like take off your headphones and go
no,
throw it
that's
up?
a. Is
I
that
can
a,
go
Yeah.
lock that
Can I
up.
do
is that a
what?
GameCube controller?
It's GameCube, yeah.
Damn, that looks like something that you actually would have bought at the store.
Ooh, product placement.
Did you ever do a Halo one?
I think so.
I
yeah.
thought I remembered there
Damn,
being a
that's
Halo
awesome.
one.
Like an old Xbox 360.
Yeah,
controller.
That's really
yeah.
cool. That's really cool, actually. See, I've done like just standard acrylic paints and stuff. That's what I've got. Like I had it all hanging up,
That's
but
all like.
it's all like been taken down because I've been showing it off on cameras and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, that's the main stuff I was doing is acrylic paint. But
I
you know,
don't art.
You don't art.
Well, I mean, my cosplay's art in a way,
Yeah,
but like.
art.
yeah. What are you saying?
Well, I mean,
actually?
I don't paint.
Okay, so
or
Alex will
draw.
not play Minecraft because she says she's not creative. Is that really a reason to not?
I could get behind
Okay,
that.
by the time like we get
Really?
into like the
Yeah.
first, we load in. They're like, okay, let's get started on our houses before it gets dark. I'm digging a freaking hole and putting a brick above me, so that way that's my house. And they've all got like their main floor done with a stove and everything ready to
That's
go.
architecture.
It is.
Yeah, I am not meant to be an architect.
Alex, I've spent many hours playing Minecraft, so
Yeah,
it's
so
not
have I,
like-
and I was bored with it.
Okay,
So
whatever.
I gotta ask, what's your favorite video game of all time?
Ooh,
You're looking at the hat right here,
Oh,
but
Super
for
Smash
those
Brothers?
listening,
which one?
Smash Brothers.
Which one?
Which one?
All of them.
Because
Which
I mean,
one?
Probably the new one, but
My
Yeah.
least favorite, I would say, has got to be Brawl
yeah,
because
least
of the
favorite.
tripping.
Tripping ruins
Yeah,
it all.
people be tripping.
People be tripping. The Wii be tripping.
Yeah, that was on the Wii.
Which one
Yeah.
was Brawl?
That was on the Wii.
On the Wii.
one.
Just
Okay.
the Wii. Yeah, it was the most anticipated one because it had Sonic and it had a stage creator.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh my god, and it had online
And
gameplay.
it was like online gameplay that
a campaign that was
glitched
really
in and
good
out.
though.
Yeah.
Subspace Emissary was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk about Smash Brothers? It's on the board. So you
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
go right
Yes.
into it.
Can I talk about it? Can I talk about it?
Do it.
Yeah, we were playing some Smash Brothers on Saturday.
Oh,
Alex.
Can I
Yeah.
talk about? Yeah, we were. Yeah, you just like start talking.
Now,
I
about
was
there-
it.
giving you an intro.
There was a house party Saturday, right?
It was kind
Yes.
of well. That's
why
the
weren't-
thing.
Why weren't you there?
I-
And you can't say you weren't invited because we invited group
no,
chat.
I know. I have reasons I will not tell on air.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Personal.
That's fine. Yeah, we after the draft we decided, hey, let's actually go out to a bar, and then we're like, hey, you know what? I actually don't want to spend money at a bar, so can we just not? And instead we had a house party, and we played some Smash Brothers, and then Alex, you can take
Did
it
you
away.
get smashed?
Nah,
I didn't. Josh got drunk.
I
He
had
can't say. He got drunk.
I had 2 malt beverages, and
He said malt
Shut
beverages.
up.
Malt.
He had the claw.
I did.
How many?
2.
2.
Okay.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Do you wanna?
Do we have one?
Yeah.
Oh, we
It's
do.
not worth your time, Brett.
Let's see.
It's not that bad.
I'm sure it's fine. I just
It's something like I've told people. It's something that you drink when you're 21 or you're out on the lake and
It's a
It's the
lake
only
beer.
like
thing.
it's a
Oh,
lake beer.
there's no light
Drink.
beer.
It's
Yeah,
a,
it's
it's a
light.
seltzer. It's a seltzer.
Yeah, it's seltzer.
Yeah, it
I'm
feels. The
gonna step on
first
my
time I
cat.
drank one, I was like, "Well, it feels like I'm drinking this because I have a sore throat and I need something bubbly." Like that's like a Sprite or something.
Sure.
It doesn't even taste as sweet as Sprite.
The medicine of Kendallville, maybe.
Oh.
The
Talking
Sorry.
about Smash
Sorry,
Smash
Brothers.
Kendall.
Brothers.
Smash Brothers, wow.
Okay, so
That
basically,
derailed.
to
It's
set
great.
to set the scene, like Josh said, is we had a mini house party on Saturday night. Just meaning like we actually really just had some of our guy friends over, and we set up our Switch and we played Super Smash Brothers. And it was beautiful outside Saturday night, meaning it was like 60 degrees. So I turned off AC and opened up the windows, sliding door, get some breeze in. And so we're sitting there. There's like what, 6, 7 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, playing
7.
Smash Brothers and being loud and whatnot. All of a sudden, we get knocks at the door. It's like,
Oh,
all
boy.
right, come on in, come on in. So we're getting people in. And then we get another knock at the door in the middle of a fight or in the middle of a match. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, everybody's here.
Had to be the neighbors.
Because we kept saying, like, come in. I'm like, don't just tell people to come in anymore. I don't know who else is supposed to
Yeah,
be
at
here.
that point.
And sure enough, like, Josh grabs Layla, our dog, and walks up and goes, oh, fuck, it's a cop. I'm like, oh. And it's like 10:45.
In all of my...
Still relatively early.
Right.
Yeah, still relatively early.
In all of my partying years, I have never had the cops called on me.
So and this is where this goes on to like this adult thing. What was our adult conversation thing? I'm an adult and I've never.
Well, that's not. Well, that's another one.
Okay, well that's mine.
Wow. Yeah.
Is so Josh goes to answer the door, and then you can explain what the situation was,
Well, they were asking if someone was dying.
or like getting hurt.
Or is there people getting hurt? There was a fight going on. I was like, no, it's just a bunch of people playing video games. We're a bunch of 30-year-old old people playing video games.
Like, we're not a bunch of underage children trying to hide from the cops or doing drugs. Like, we are literally a bunch of 30-year-olds playing video games
We're
on
not-
a Saturday night.
If you guys got the cops called on you while you're playing Smash Brothers, you were doing
It's
it
a good
right.
time.
I know,
yeah.
right?
You were
Good
doing it
time.
right.
I thought that was like just hysterical because of all the parties that we've had in the past, like just the years of partying that we should have had the cops called us. We should have gotten in trouble. The one time in all these years we actually had the cops come to our door, nobody was looking to run outside or anything. It was like, why is there a cop?
Yeah,
here?
it's like,
we're
what
all
is
just
this-
like,
what's-
want to come in and drink the claw and play Smash Brothers?
Jeez.
But there's no law.
There's
When it
Don't
comes to
say
no law when it
it.
comes to the claw.
That's so terrible.
That's what
Get
Rob
that
was
outta
gonna do.
here.
He's gonna go up to the door if they came back and just be like, "There's no law when it comes to the claw," and then invite him in. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever."
Yeah.
No, it was a good night. We ended up playing some card games. We played
$1 million bet.
$1 million,
Yep.
but we also played Exploding Kittens
Mm-hmm.
as well. Have you played that?
A card game called Exploding Kittens.
Oh God.
Oh, it's fun.
All right, we gotta
It's
have
great.
another game night. Mike
What,
needs to come over.
Yeah.
What time did it wrap up?
Around
2.
2:30.
Yeah.
And it
Alright.
was really like just everyone was outdoor all at once,
Yeah.
and
Like,
party was
okay,
over.
that's you gotta love friends who don't overstay their welcome.
most of them don't.
Most of them don't. Yeah.
But if they
We were all
did,
getting
we
tired at
probably
the
would
same
say
time.
something. I'm
Mm.
sure.
Like we
Right.
can't make this go till 5 a.m. like we used
All
to.
right, get out.
Exactly.
So,
Get
but
out.
that was funny.
Favorite Smash Brothers character? Go.
Probably Young Link
Ooh.
in the new one.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Or
Mine is
Samus.
mine has been like a long time coming. That's King K. Rool. He is
thick
my
boy.
favorite. Yeah,
Thick
he's like
boy.
so OP in the new Smash.
I can take him.
Yeah. Brett, you probably would. I mean, you're probably a lot better at it than me. I play very, very ceremoniously. Brett, you never played Smash, have
I
you?
have not.
Okay.
Brett's older than us. We have to cut him some slack.
Yeah, I guess.
You were a
A
teenager when the first
year.
one came out.
2
I
years.
was.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. We need to change that.
I don't know. I don't know. I did.
Brett would get mad playing Smash
Yeah.
Brothers.
That's the whole point.
I
Rick-
know, but like he'll get real mad.
Rick won.
Yeah, Rick won.
Rick won a game.
It's against like 6 of us.
Is he like me? Does he not play Smash?
Yeah, he doesn't do that, and
No.
he. I don't want to say he sucks at it, but he's not like. I mean, to beat like Shane and Wayne, like and Rob, they're like really good at
Yeah.
Smash Brothers, and he kicked like
Boy, I
and
bet-
it was down to Shane and
It was a 3-way tie. It was me.
it was sudden death.
Yeah,
and
it
I've
was all
never
three
seen
of
like a
us.
three-way tie. It's
I
always been like
bet
2.
Rick had something to say about that.
Oh, he was
He
so
did.
happy.
He just jumped up and screamed.
The problem is, this was right after the cops, so he had to be quiet about it. He's like, you know, Rick, he can get.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was lots of fun though.
Yeah.
Anything else? What
Well,
else?
your favorite?
Oh, my favorite? I've got 2. My original favorite and always been my favorite is Yoshi.
Yeah.
And then I really like Bayonetta.
Mm-hmm.
She good.
She's
No
good.
argument there. No
She's good.
argument
The
there.
only thing I don't like is like I haven't figured out like Yoshi. You just can't knock me off the edge because it's like that. There's you know what it does, and then but Bayonetta, I'm like. She just has like one hop, and then that's it. Then she just falls down.
Yeah.
It's like she weighs 1 million pounds. So I haven't figured that part out.
You know, this kind of looks weird
She
on
gotta
camera.
practice.
I've realized this.
What?
We got PTO Unlimited podcast shirts on one half, blue on the other.
It doesn't look that weird. It looks fine.
Now that I pointed it out.
Yeah.
Very divided.
Let's move on from this. So KFC is in the news. They're actually testing a plant-based meatless wing.
So they're meatless
Ugh.
wing,
Yeah.
So they're following Burger King.
kind of with
Yeah.
that Impossible Whopper. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're going with a company Beyond something. I don't remember, but it's called Beyond
Beyond Meat.
Meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know of this company.
They must
through
make that
consumer
kind of stuff.
products. Yes.
Don't they make
Um,
like vegan wings
I can't. I think I've only been aware of one product. I think it's like ground beef, but I
Yeah.
don't know for sure. Almost like a taco meat.
Did you try the Impossible Whopper?
No, but I was gonna say I tried the Cheeto chicken sandwich at KFC.
What is
The what?
that?
Is it like breaded
just-
in Cheetos?
It's just all crunch.
Yeah. Speaking of chicken
I
sandwiches,
think they made it wrong.
Oh, maybe.
What's with this? What was the whole Popeyes chicken sandwich versus?
Oh, we were actually gonna do it.
We were
but
gonna do it.
There's
but
one Popeye's chicken in Fort Wayne, and we don't want to go there.
But what's the thing? Is it just a
They're
versus?
making another one.
Oh, they are. Yes. Yeah. Like basically, I think it was Popeye's came out saying we have the best spicy chicken ever,
Okay.
and then Chick-fil-A's like, fight me,
And then Wendy's.
and
got
then
it on it
Wendy's,
too, right?
and then I think another one.
Arby's
Jack-
had
Ar-
a sign that, and everybody laughed.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Oh,
no.
that's what that was that Patrick posted?
Yes,
So we
yes.
have chicken sandwiches too, and I was like, but yeah, and like I didn't get it.
they want the roast beef.
Most
Oh.
places do have a chicken sandwich if they have sandwiches.
They have to. Yes.
You know, because
sure.
if you don't want a burger.
Okay, when I want to go to Arby's, I want roast beef. I don't want chicken.
Yeah. I don't
If you go
really
to
Actually-
Arby's, you're getting roast
No,
beef.
me neither.
I usually at Arby's would get the chicken bacon and Swiss, and it
My
used to
brother
be
gets
really
that a
good.
lot.
Yeah.
Used to be really good. It's
Hmm.
not so much.
I get the
anymore.
Reuben.
I get roast beef.
Roast
I'm,
beef.
I'm a basic bitch
Curly
when it comes
fries.
to Arby's, I
Curly
guess.
fries. Well, we went to Arby's the other day and they accidentally gave Alex a beef and cheddar. She's like, score.
Beef and cheddar, that's good stuff.
But yeah, I've never really tried anything that was.
I don't-
mean, to
I
my
mean,
knowledge.
I'm a self considered wing connoisseur. I don't know if I would do a meatless wing.
Yeah, you ever watch Hot
Yeah.
Ones,
Yeah.
Mike? Yeah, they when they do the vegan wings, I look at them like, what is that even like?
They
like,
look fake.
They,
They
it's
do
so
vegan
bad.
wings on there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see it. It's just a stick, and then it's like a thing of something wrapped around it. It's like in the shape of a wing. It's just
Wow.
It's weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
It's weird.
Yes.
I don't know. We did the Impossible Whopper last week, and honestly, I liked the vegan or whatever burger. I
Well,
couldn't really. Like, you could tell the difference, but if you were to just give me that burger and tell me it was burger, I would believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, what are you doing?
Don't mind me. Keep going.
Okay, but no, Brett, you thought the same thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and if anything, if I don't usually eat Burger King, and if I were to go back, I'd honestly get that over their burger.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I mean, it's only being tested in Atlanta this month, and then they're gonna just see where else it goes. Fort Wayne is a test market for a lot of food places. So
Really?
yeah, especially grocery stores and fast food joints. Yeah, we are. Oh, it's because we're such a mixed bag here. I mean, you got weird people,
It's a-
normal people.
Well, maybe a better way to say it is
That's a wide demographic.
It is very much so. I didn't want to go into specifics as far as
we
types
Fort,
of people.
Fort Wayne is a food loving community.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Fort Wayne does on like a Friday or Saturday night. They go out
this
to
is
eat.
our festivals, man.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even go to Three Rivers, and I wish I had. I didn't go this year.
Well, from what I heard, it's getting pretty violent.
Oh yeah.
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 It's rough-
So now it's
rough
like just
crowd.
scared to go. Even in the afternoon, like there's shootings.
That's
It's
stupid.
freaking food, guys.
Speaking of food, actually, this next thing on here, I actually wanted to talk about this a while back, but we never got to it. If you were a celebrity, what food would you endorse?
Just like what food you'd stand behind and be like,
Yeah.
Like on a
for
commercial?
Example, I'll tell you mine.
what?
Tombstone Pizza.
Really?
Tombstone pizza?
I will always go for a Tombstone Pizza. I mean,
It's
I've
only
always-
really good when you're drunk.
No, it's no.
That's false.
That's whack.
Well, what's the one that we get when we're drunk?
I don't know, Jack's.
Is it Jack?
I can't tell you.
The one that tastes like cardboard.
So not delivery.
Oh no.
Okay.
The crap pizza.
I think you're thinking. I don't know.
It might be
Alex.
Jack's pizza.
Might be Jack's Pizza. That's like we have a friend in Chicago who says the more garbage the pizza, the better it is. Actually, and I'm like, what is your mind?
I
set
haven't
on
heard
there?
that, but I've heard
Taco Bell?
bad pizza is still pretty good pizza. Like,
Well, I honestly
how
really
bad
any pizza.
is pizza?
Yeah.
How bad is bad pizza?
You ever have like the Totino's fake cheese
Oh,
pizza?
sure.
I mean,
Ooh.
The square ones.
I don't
they're-
know if I.
Okay, that's,
Yeah.
that's bad
Yeah.
pizza.
that's
Uh,
a bad
No,
pizza.
but that it tastes
But
good.
when you're
It's-
drunk,
it's
yeah, when
you
you're
don't
drunk,
care.
that's
Right.
gold.
And it's good.
It's passable.
That's why people like Taco Bell so much when they're drunk.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you
3 a.m.
regret that in the morning.
No,
I
I've
regret
never,
nothing.
I've never regretted a drunken Taco Bell.
no.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I digest Taco Bell better better when I'm drunk versus like we're sober. Let's make the decision to go to Taco Bell. You get halfway through and you're like, that was a bad decision. Taco Bell, you go there when you're drunk, you come back, you're like, that was the best fucking decision ever.
Because
Your
pushing
body's
everything
just
through.
ejecting everything out.
It is. Everything's just going through your system already. Why not add more to
I
it?
know. Like, you're already trash. You're already screwing things up. Go ahead and add the Taco Bell.
Clear it out.
Yeah, so that's my food endorsement. If I were a celebrity, I'd go for Tombstone Pizza. You can see that on my Twitter.
Okay, Brett, do you have one?
Boy, so I don't know if I would have. See, my first choice would obviously be wings.
Wings.
However,
I can see you making your own like wing sauce.
well, there's no the consumer wings. They just aren't that good.
You go for the sauce.
Yeah. So I think, well, then, you know, would I do Buffalo Wild Wings or would I go local because a local place usually has better wings than the chain places?
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
So that would require some thought.
It would.
Investigating.
But
Exactly.
but maybe like I would give a suggestion of just going making your own sauce or whatever because
Sure.
you
There you go. So
Well,
signature Brett
yes,
sauce.
but I'm pretty
Brett's
boring
BBQ.
when it comes to
Brett's BBQ.
to sauce.
Brett's BBQ.
yeah.
So like
yeah.
on Saturday we had our fantasy football draft and we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I tried those lemon pepper wings. I thought it was a dry rub. I thought it was really good actually.
I didn't try those. We had
Is
a whole
it- is it-
buffet going.
Is it really called a dry rub?
Yeah. That's a whole
That's what
thing
she
in
said.
the barbecuing in the
I didn't know
barbecuing
that.
smoking community. A lot of people put a dry rub on their meat before they smoke it or grill
Not
it.
a
whatever.
wet rub.
Oh my gosh, Alex.
This,
Have dry rub on your meat.
It's an actual thing.
that really derailed.
It's a real thing.
Oh, Alex goes right for it, right to it.
Usually she's the one saying
I'm the one
stuff,
usually
and
saying
I'm
that.
laughing.
And then you pointed out. That was you.
It's fun.
Okay, I'd probably do I'd stand behind a tea, probably, since I drink a lot of tea.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what tea, but
You
I
like your Darjeeling or your matcha?
I don't know.
Are you talking like a hot tea for a mug?
Yes. No,
Okay.
not that cold, icy
Sure.
crap. No, it has to be hot.
It's called iced tea.
Yeah. no, it has to be hot tea.
You didn't really need to go into much more depth on that
No,
explanation.
love tea. I would find like the world's best tea, and then like I would sort of
That
what I would
icy
endorse.
crap.
Icy crap, or ice, or better, you can make it ice or hot. Like that just tastes gross.
Mhm.
There's I don't know what they put in it, but it's gross.
I don't know. I don't drink tea. I can't drink tea.
Oh,
I'm
I'd
not
also
a tea
do
person.
coffee or tea. I could do both,
Hmm.
but I won't be a barista.
I think you've gone a little. Yeah, I know you can't. Alex can't make coffee worth of crap.
I can make my own coffee.
Yeah, you can. Would you endorse, Mike?
I don't know. Taco Bell between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m.
You'd be a millionaire. Just have your face flashed.
All
it's,
the royalties.
It's Mike time.
I want that quesadilla.
It's like, all right, it's 2 a.m. Hey guys, let's go to Taco Bell. It's Mike time.
They
Josh,
call it fourth meal now, right?
Yeah.
They do call it fourth meal.
They do.
And,
That's not really food.
It's a
It's
great.
not
That's a
really
great marketing tag because especially right in this area, right around the bars, that Taco Bell is packed at 3 a.m.
Oh,
or the
absolutely.
drive-through
Downtown
anyway.
one.
Well, or
I've
the
never
one
seen
up,
the one
well,
downtown.
well,
The
the one
one-
up that bar is not open anymore. Pierre's closed.
Yeah, but
No,
the one
but
by
there's still
Piers.
Corner Pocket and Peanuts right
Oh,
there.
There
yeah,
is, that's
Quarter
true.
Pocket.
Yeah. Well, they also got the McDonald's there too, so it's like the perfect spot.
Yep.
The cops are just sitting there waiting.
yeah, right.
All right.
All right.
Let's talk since I mentioned it briefly. Our fantasy football draft
Yeah, because we were going over our weekends.
went
so-
over very well. I thought about 2.5 hours doing an offline draft with 9 people, one of which being on a kind of a auto draft, so to speak.
auto draft. It
Um,
was 2 people were right. You said
No, one
just
person.
just one.
Shane's friend.
Mm-hmm.
So Shane unveiled the belt.
That was really cool.
So we decided this year that
Got
the
it.
winner gets money and an actual replica of like a WWE belt.
It's very
Nice.
heavy.
Like it's
It's not cheap.
a belt.
It's a good quality, you know.
Shane and a
Novelty.
lot of people tried it on, and then I'm the only girl in the league, and
Mm-hmm.
I put it on. And, I have to like wrap it all the way around
You
me to
could
buckle
double it,
So
probably.
it's like a WWE belt, not like a Hot Topic belt with the studs.
no,
No,
No, it's
no,
good.
like
It's
that's
legit.
a legit
it's
belt.
legit.
That's cool. Did
Like,
anybody get a picture of it?
No.
No.
I
Dumb.
said, Alex, you should get a selfie with us. Like, I'll get it when I.
When I win
Win
it.
Oh,
Yeah, treat it
shots
like
fired.
the Stanley Cup. You don't. Oh, you did touch it, but Shane is in possession of it now because he was last year's champion, and Josh is in possession of something as well.
Yes, I
You gonna
am.
show it?
I'm gonna show it right now.
I love
So-
this, by the way.
So I didn't expect this at all. This was a joy. This made my night so much better. So I was in last place. So I got a toilet.
he got a shitter trophy.
Nice. Yep,
What
my
does it say on
team. It has my name, and then it says the Cunning Stunts, which is my team name. 2018 to 2019, and it's a bronze toilet. It's heavy. Like
Yeah,
lift
it's
that,
actually,
man.
That's some weight. That's a real trophy.
I know, right? You can go
So.
up to the.
Oh, I can. I have your permission.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna say not many people can see it. There you go. Perfect. We have to put some
That's a
Tootsie
nice
Rolls in
shitter.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
Melt some Tootsie Rolls.
Oh God.
No, we should do that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So,
So yeah, there you go. So there was some unfortunate news, like 2 hours after the
So,
draft.
Wayne drafted Andrew Luck.
I thought he
but
drafted a second person as well.
He drafted Andrew Luck as his backup quarterback, and
He's not got a
his-
backup quarterback
his- or
now.
no,
He gets in.
you know what? I think he might have drafted him as a starter and got Jared Goff as his backup. Regardless of the point, a couple hours after the draft, there was a preseason game, Colts and Bears at Indianapolis, and it comes out during the game that Andrew Luck has retired. He said, "I'm done playing football."
Yeah, I can't believe that.
And first of all, as the game is over and he's walking off field, because he was on the sidelines. He did not dress. He was on the sidelines. He's being booed by the Colts fans.
I saw the video.
Nobody knew why at this point he was retiring. He had a press conference after the game to say why, and nobody now blames him because he's been injured quite a bit here lately. He missed a whole year 2 years ago. He's taken a beating, and the reason why he's taken a beating is because the first few years, the GM of the Colts put no resources in drafting good linemen, so he got beat up.
He did.
And everybody knew he was getting beat up, and the Colts did nothing about it.
Yeah.
So he literally said, there's no joy in this for me anymore. I hurt physically and emotionally, mentally. I can't do it anymore.
He's not very old, is he?
Well,
No, he's 29 years old.
29, and he retired.
And he has to retire because of being injured.
Doesn't have to.
Well, I mean, like
but
he's pretty much
he's-
forced.
He's going
get
to. Now, the
injured.
interesting thing about Andrew Luck is that he went to Stanford. He has a degree from Stanford. He comes from money. So he's probably in a lot better spot than a lot of athletes are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
And so it's just like, I don't need the money per se, and he could take his Stanford degree and get a job somewhere.
Well, he could just he could do announcing like a lot of people go there.
A lot of them go that route. So
I don't know.
I thought it was a pretty. I understand Colts fans. He's probably a top 10 quarterback, and now they got nothing. And being upset, you boo him. I hope when they all found out why, they felt like shit because it was a
Yeah.
shitty thing to do.
Did you
Yeah.
see the odds of them winning the Pro Bowl or the Super Bowl or going to playoffs?
Probably
It went
really,
it went
really
from
low.
like 10% to like 22. Like
Yeah.
the odds, like 10 out of how many teams there are in the NFL to 22, which aren't there? How many teams?
32.
32.
Yeah. 32.
Yeah, so they went like close to the end.
Now, the one thing I will say is I understand them being upset, especially the season ticket holders, because those cost so much money. And one reason you buy season tickets is to see
Your
a star player.
Mhm.
Now
your
they
team do well.
not have a star player.
I have an
Yeah.
issue with that a little bit. It's not just one person makes the team though.
No,
True.
but one person can sell all the tickets, which is
Mhm.
this
One
case.
person throws the ball.
Exactly.
Yes, there you
That's-
go.
that's the-
Quarterback is
yeah.
by far the most important position, possibly in sports.
Can't
I
have
would
football
agree
without
with that.
quarterback.
I would
Agreed.
agree with the quarterback because that split second decision that most of them have to make is just it's insane. Like I'm happy I picked Mahomes as my first
Sure.
quarterback, and I did that first round, and he is like #1 in the league. So hopefully that'll
he
be
is. He's so
Brett, who's your quarterback for the season?
I got Russell Wilson.
Who's my guy?
good. Are you serious?
Yeah, he's from he's the Browns.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And
Dude, he was like third.
He's also a second-year quarterback, and that's where they tend to slip.
Okay, I
Well,
don't care.
Isn't Mahomes' second year then?
It's
too?
his-
This is second year.
Second
It's his
starting.
second full year starting. He technically started the last game of his first year, so last year was technically his second year.
He's
Yeah,
also
that
on
was
the
his
Madden.
best year.
He's also on the cover.
He's
Of Madden.
also it was technically
Maybe I shouldn't
his
have done that.
first year as far as defense is preparing for him.
Right.
So now
Okay.
they got a whole season's worth
true.
of film to watch to say how do we shut this guy down.
Mm.
All right, we'll
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
Now Baker Mayfield he started like half a year, so he
Mhm.
may still, they may still. Some teams have not
Whatever,
seen
I'm
him
gonna
yet.
win. I'm gonna win with the
We'll
Browns.
see. We'll see. Mike, we've been talking a lot of football. Do you watch the NFL?
Not really.
No.
Watch the Super Bowl and get really disappointed every time the Patriots win.
Oh well, at least you're
Yeah.
on that
At least
part.
you're on that part of the
That's
team.
probably
or
why I
part-
don't
part-
watch it.
part of the team.
Or not
I
part of
get
the team.
that.
You're
Part
on
of the
you're on
fan
our
base.
team pretty much.
Well, I think it's hilarious. I like to see them go because people get so pissed off. It makes me laugh. And every time, like the last 2 years they've won, I've picked them on this show, and they've picked against him.
Oh,
I think.
always will.
Probably
And I
because
always
I don't
win.
want them to win.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
So,
'Kay.
yeah.
I guess off football. I mean, that's really it. Where that's gonna start next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Well, week and a half.
it's a week from Thursday is
Yeah.
opening night.
All right.
It's a little
Get
exciting.
your stats ready. Get your players lined up.
Woo!
Shane, we're coming.
Shane, we're coming.
Well, I guess and Rick. But
Yeah. Well, those are the people of our NFL fantasy
who have
that
the
take it
the
a
biggest
little more
eyeballs
serious
for the
than-
championship.
Yeah, they take it super
Yeah,
serious.
they
listen.
Rick. I should say they both are. Rick really studies hard.
That's okay.
And studies the matchups. I'm sure Shane does too, but I don't know Shane's process as well as I know what Rick tells me. But
Right.
Shane is won it twice in our league, and we've only been doing it
Three.
Three
This
three
is
or 4
three.
years.
Yeah, this is three
Well,
for us.
I did it once, I think, without you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
this is 4 or 5, I think. So
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Can we talk about some stuff that's down at the bottom? Some stuff that's been
Yes.
coming out.
Yeah, so D23 was over the weekend. The Disney Expo announcements of they had so much.
So
Why are they calling it D23?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good
did
question.
it start on the 23rd? Was that the day? Friday?
I didn't-
23rd?
I mean
I
that
don't
was
know. I don't know other- any
that
other
is the
reason.
23rd, but
Oh.
I don't think that's the reason. But
That's good enough. We'll call it
That
that.
was my guess. I didn't even know it was called D23.
yeah, that's the Disney Expo. Well, I didn't give a crap about this until all the trailers started coming out.
Right,
like
yeah.
they had a new Star Wars trailer come out. It's kind of a
Multiple.
Are you talking movie?
Movie.
Episode
Movie.
9?
yeah,
I
kind
got
of,
it.
kind of. What?
Founded in 2009, the organization is known mainly for its biennial what am I saying?
Biennial?
Biennial.
Biennial?
Biennial.
Biennial?
Exposition.
Exposition event.
Just
I
skip
can't
that
read.
word.
Yeah, just skip that word. We're in school. The D23 Expo. The name D23 refers to D for Disney and 23 for 1923, the
Oh.
year Walt Disney founded the company. Should
Ah.
have just read the second part.
That's so
I'm not
dumb.
exactly sure what. There's one word in that whole big paragraph there that I have no idea what it means.
Right. So The Mandalorian was a trailer that did come out through this expo, and that trailer,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, that is a reason for me to get Disney Plus, man. It looks like movie-esque TV.
Right.
Looks
Looks
great.
awesome.
Looks great.
Well, you gotta assume that the budget is pretty high for this
Right.
series, for all their series.
Yeah, I think
I don't think for any Disney thing you're just gonna assume it. You just it's just you don't even have to think about money with Disney these days.
I agree.
Infinite.
Yeah, it's infinite.
Right.
Disney
right.
owns everything.
I'm
Probably
reading-
owns our podcast. We don't know it. We're not seeing
Hey,
a dime.
if they want to buy it, we're for sale.
We're for sale, definitely. Oh, wait, no, we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Would
Yeah,
we
we
have
are.
to go
Dang,
G?
sell out.
No.
I'm saying we sell the whole thing and walk away with money.
We're gonna sell our name.
Would you sell it for $1 million to split 3 ways?
$1 million, but
$1 million, but you have to sell the podcast to Disney.
Disney gets the podcast.
Disney already
you
owns
get $1
everything.
million.
That's a hard. I'd have to see the cash. Tax free.
Right.
Sure.
Tax free,
Suitcase.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, Mike, would you sell that controller to Disney for $1 million?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll give him 50 of them.
You want me to work over the clock? Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make more. So The Mandalorian is a trailer that takes place after episode 6, in between 6 and 7. So we'll see how that goes.
So that just kind of we were talking a little bit on the pre-show
Mhm.
prior to, or actually even prior to the pre-show. I thought this was the Boba Fett movie.
No.
So I guess it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Boba Fett. He
It's
died.
not Bo. Yes.
I didn't know when this movie came into play. I thought this was like a pre-movie.
No.
Not Boba Fett's dead. Spoiler alert, I guess, right?
No.
No?
No.
That happened in Return of the Jedi. So
83. 80.
Sure, the 80s. He's been dead since the 80s.
I don't know.
You don't know.
To be honest.
So yeah,
No,
that's kind of
'cause
disappointing.
A New Hope was 77. So yeah, actually, it might be 83.
So is that why they came out and said like months ago? They're like, oh, we're Boba Fett movie. There's all this like,
No.
hey, we're gonna do it, and now it's like, no, we're actually really not
Well,
doing it, but we're making this one.
When talked about
Hmm.
The Mandalorian, I've never heard it associated with any Fett.
Could he be a Fett though? Because
Sure.
there was Jango Fett.
Jango was
and then there's
dad.
Boba Fett.
But they were clones.
The Jango was a clone that was not was
Jango
what the
was
clones
the
were.
clone.
Django was the original.
The father of all
the
the clones.
original.
Patient Zero.
And Boba Boba was his son that had no acceleration in maturing or whatever
Yeah, right. So he was a real basic, like, this is a clone of you
He's
growing
just a
regular.
as a child.
Yep. Yep. So the Mandalorian, we'll see where.
So what is this about then? Because I just thought that's
Bounty
what it
hunter.
was. That's it.
Bounty hunter. I mean, you saw.
So what
the,
Boba Fett is?
Yeah, it's not.
It's a dude with a Boba Fett helmet being a badass.
The armor is called Mandalorian armor. Do we need Andrew on this podcast?
Yeah,
to
we
explain
do.
it to
Like
you?
I guess I'm a real basic bitch when it comes to Star
Who?
Wars
the
because I had no idea.
Mandalorians were like
Who?
one of the races.
Cousin
That was
Andrew?
one of the
Okay.
planets.
Yeah,
Huh.
so, yeah,
So it's a race.
yeah. Cousin Andrew
Sure.
needs to get on
Okay.
here and
So one
Alright.
thing
Kind
I
of.
did see about this show is that the bounty hunters use the what's it called, the freezing
The
Cryogenic
cryogenic freezing as some kind of
We're
torture or
nerds.
something.
yeah. Well, in the trailer they you see a
Yeah,
row
that's-
of them.
that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm actually.
What's that
interested.
black robot?
What?
With the robot guy that's like shooting behind him. Did you see that
I
part?
didn't watch it. I didn't watch the trailer.
You didn't watch the trailer.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
It's kind of my thing, Mike.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't
He
watch
doesn't.
trailers.
He doesn't watch trailers.
he has yet to see the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer, the one that
That's-
came out in April.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, was there a new poster or image for that?
Yep.
Yep.
Is that Palpatine in the
There was a trailer too.
background? Oh, I don't watch trailers.
Well, get what the
He doesn't watch trailers.
Brett, do you want me to tell you?
Palpatine's laughing in the background in the trailer.
Yes.
Well, we all knew he was coming.
How?
How? We didn't. It could have.
He was laughing in the first trailer at the very end.
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
never saw
saying.
the trailer,
No,
though.
I know, but I'm pretty sure, or at least I read that, or maybe it was a fan theory at the end of 8 that he was not dead.
You don't pay attention to theories.
I still read it somewhere. Maybe you guys talked about it. I don't know. That
It's
was
a
just in the
surprise
back
to
of
us
my
that
head.
Brett's over here like, I knew it.
So we haven't
He's deep
talked
in the
about
rabbit
this
hole.
because of the laugh. And it's been the biggest thing that the internet's been a buzz about. And
Maybe-
we've never said anything to you. And
Maybe
now you just like, I hear there's a laugh. And we're just like, do you want to know about
And
the
he
laugh?
said no.
Well, here's the laugh.
I know I heard of his return somewhere.
Well, it's written that in the books he has done. Would you expect someone who has a clone army to not make clones of yourself?
I don't think he's a clone.
Maybe it's a brain transplant.
Well, there's an actual thing I think it's in the video games, actually. I don't know which one, but you have Palpatine in a robotic encasing, and then his face is a projected on a bulb.
Sure.
It's weird. It's really
Well,
weird
we also
looking.
got
Let me
Darth
see if I can
Maul
find
back
that.
too.
Okay, yeah, we don't know about. No, actually, well, no, we don't.
Who's
Darth
at the,
Maul?
Yeah, why isn't he? He's at the end of the.
End of Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's
Probably.
early. Never mind.
Yeah, okay,
That's
no.
pre-Star Wars.
But do you know about the one thing that people are talking about right now with the new trailer?
no. Who's back?
No, no one's back. No one's
The
back.
the dual bladed
Yeah, the dual-bladed lightsaber.
lightsaber that.
Yeah.
Is it
what's
Darth
her name?
Maul's?
Ray. Ray
No,
has one.
Ray
Oh,
holds
Ray
one.
has one?
Ray holds one.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what I liked about Darth Maul. He was too short-lived.
Let me
So-
see. Let me
I
see if I
liked
can
him.
show you.
Mike, I've been very critical of episode 7 and 8. What do you think of episode 7 and 8?
I can see why people are critical of it, but I liked them. I think they're good. I mean, they base so much on like nostalgia,
Yes.
which is almost annoying to a certain point. Like
Almost
the first one was
afraid-
cool.
Well, see, 7 to me, it was just episode
It
4
was just- yeah,
again.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, okay, do something new. So they did something new in 8, and I should say I've been critical. I was critical of 7. I trashed 8. I hated it.
Oh, everybody
didn't like
hated
it?
Everybody hated
Everybody
it.
hated
Hated it.
Mike
I
didn't.
still
apparently.
liked it.
So what we're showing
I
on
like
our,
all the
on
Star
our,
Wars, even the prequels.
on our YouTube, we're showing a dual lightsaber. Now, Alex, that's not its final form.
Does
Oh,
it
I
has
see
2
it.
coming out the other side?
It goes,
It like folds in half and then turns into.
yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah. So the
She,
and
looks, is that her?
that's, that's
It's
some of the-
red. Doesn't that mean she's a villain?
we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But that's the poster.
That's the
Yep,
poster right
there
there.
it is.
Yep. So yes, that is.
They're not really leaving that much a debate. There he is. You know,
Yeah,
he's,
I mean,
he's going to be back.
Well, you hear his laugh. You hear his laugh, and I think it's actually like really nice, actually, that if they're bringing him back and they're bringing it back properly, then we'll see. I mean,
We'll
it's
see.
hard to say.
We'll
It's
see.
really hard to say. That.
Well, that keeps me optimistic.
Really?
Yeah.
You of all people have like said.
Well,
"I'm
We're not gonna
done."
go see Star
No,
Wars.
no. I always knew I would go see episode 9, even though I hated 8. You have to.
You have to actually. You can't
Yeah.
have an opinion on it without seeing it. I'm gonna take a look at the weather here. Actually, it's looking kind of gloomy outside.
It's supposed to.
It's been pretty
So-
gross today.
It has.
So why do I want to see? Just because I was excited, it was a Boba Fett, or is it Boba Fett or Boba Fett?
You're stuck on the Mandalorian.
Why
I'm sorry.
are you saying?
I just let me know, why do I have to be excited now for the Mandalorian?
Boba Fett is like one of the most popular characters, despite his 10 minutes on film.
Right?
Exactly. So why don't we have a
Something.
film about him?
Because he's dead.
He did.
Solo's dead too.
This is true. I would have
We
loved,
got a
I
film
would've loved
on
a
him.
movie
It didn't
about
sell
Boba
well,
Fett.
then, did it?
Boba Fett movie would have been sweet.
It was in
but-
the works, but Solo flopped due to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Disney
Honestly,
said
Solo was a good movie. I liked
Solo
it.
was good.
I need
Yeah.
to watch it again because I still haven't seen it since the theater.
It was good.
Yeah, we watched it a second time.
And I forgot all
But why do
about
I want to
Maul.
get excited about Mandalorian then?
Because he has all the
'Cause-
same tech.
Well,
that
yeah,
Boba
and
Fett
he
had.
was only on screen for 10 minutes, so they want to go further.
So they're just
since
introducing a new Boba Fett, pretty much.
a new bounty hunter that's the
a
same
new
race.
Mandalorian.
You
Yeah.
need to stop saying Boba Fett. Stop it.
I just want to know why I'm supposed to be excited about it. I mean, the trailer looks cool,
Look
but
at it.
I don't know shit about it.
So that's the Mandalorian armor right there. Like that's
It looks like a dark Star Wars movie.
it's a show, not a movie.
Oh,
I
it's
wonder-
a show?
It's a
Yeah.
TV series.
I wonder
Oh.
if they'll do like a bunch of seasons or if it'll just be like
if
a
it
short-lived show.
does, Stranger Things and Orange is the New Black downloads,
Oh yeah.
it'll get a second season.
Yeah. I'm very skeptical on like the other shows that they announced, like WandaVision. That's gonna be like a sitcom with what's his name? Vision and Wanda.
I don't even know who they
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
are. Oh, so not Star Wars.
No. I was talking about the rest of D23. I was kind of
What about
I got
Loki?
Loki? All I saw was just a little shot of it.
Yeah,
they
also
didn't
was
really
like
talk
a
much about
Poster
it.
or something.
It's
right?
gonna be, well, if you've seen Endgame, spoiler alert, he escapes with the Tesseract, and that's kind of like, now that kind of leaves a lot open in the Marvel universe. Black Panther 2 got announced, an actual date.
No surprise there. It made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I like Black Panther.
They did
Yeah,
a
I
shot.
did too.
They did a shot of. They released the poster of Black Widow.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yep. And they also other forms of movies that were announced. They did show a screenshot of the new Cruella movie with Emma Stone.
So they're going the
Oh, yeah.
Maleficent.
They are.
Route.
They are.
I like villains.
It's just
Didn't they make
Disney reaching for content in every corner.
They are.
Right.
They are.
What'd you say, Mike?
Didn't they make a Cruella movie? Like in the
101
90s?
Dalmatians?
They
They
made
made
a
a
101 Dalmatians when we
It was,
were
it
younger.
was
Like
Glenn,
a live action one.
Yeah.
Glenn
With
Close.
Glenn
Glenn
Close.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah. They 101 Dalmatians and made 102 Dalmatians.
So there's the
Ah.
poster right there.
I gotta assume that they're gonna recast her, right?
Glenn Close.
No. No, the Black Widow.
No, this is a prequel.
Prequel.
Prequel
So-
to Endgame.
So
Oh.
ScarJo, but I mean ScarJo's not a player.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
her.
Natalie Portman on the side?
No,
On the left.
that's not. That's someone else.
So ScarJo's gonna play her in
Yes.
the prequel.
It's in between Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
Huh.
So she
Yeah.
can still
Okay.
do it. It's probably half
They-
filmed anyway.
This is also what's dumb here. Let me show you this. They unveiled white.
No.
Well, she's from like Russia or something, right? There's
Yeah.
snow everywhere.
Yeah,
So
I,
gotta say
That's a good
camouflage.
point.
oh man. See, that's why we have you on this podcast today to just tell us about.
Well, I gotta
Black
know
Widow.
about Spider-Man and
It's
the
just simple camouflage.
insane things. that happen?
Well, I thought it was resolved, and I thought it was like, oh, they got this. It's still Spider-Man's out of the MCU
So
right
it
now.
started with he's out of the MCU because
Disney wants money.
Disney wants more of the money that Sony was getting because Sony still owns the Spider-Man license.
Right.
Then they made up, and then they didn't make up.
Right.
So where is it now?
Isn't
They didn't make
doesn't
up.
Disney want like 10 million or billion or something?
No, they-
10 million.
Okay. So
$10 million.
So what they're doing is right now I believe this is what I saw on the internet. So I'm gonna kind of
Grain of salt.
yeah, right. 5% is what Disney was getting of Spider-Man. 5%.
That
Because
doesn't
and
seem
Sony got now. What I
The
also heard
rest.
is Sony got all the movie profits, but Disney was getting all the licensing profits.
And they probably weren't making a lot of licensing.
Well,
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
You'd think so,
You
right?
would think.
Yeah. So, but Disney wanted half.
of course they did. Of course they did.
Daddy
That-
Disney.
I mean, a lot of this is what Alex is gonna try to look up any
I'm
facts.
trying to see here.
So-
Hold on.
So
Sony said no.
when Sony said no the first time, I was behind Sony with this
Me too.
because Disney is the greediest company on the planet.
For
Now maybe they get most of their greed is up in everybody's face because it's so big and it's pop
Right,
culture
right.
stuff.
Disney was going bankrupt 30 years ago.
Yeah.
In the 80s and 90s, Disney was not good. And I had someone ask me like, "Oh, didn't Disney always have this money?" It's like, "Are you kidding me? The 70s and 80s were the worst for that company."
And they made their two big moves was Star Wars and Marvel, and then it just kind of exploded from there.
Yeah.
As
right.
far as purchasing, you know.
They started purchasing everything recently.
Yes.
Yeah, that
the
was
90s,
in the last-
90s were strong for them.
Well, that was their own
Right.
original
Pixar.
ideas.
Sure,
Pixar
yeah.
was their first big pickup.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't even want Pixar either.
No, but it was a good move.
It was a very good move. Like Toy Story was a mess, to be honest. We're getting off track here.
So, again, I was behind Sony with this, and I'm glad they didn't budge. And then they did budge, and I assume when I heard that first deal, what they worked out, the terms were so ridiculously complicated that nobody could possibly understand them.
Right.
And
Right.
then it was off again, and even Tom Holland was saying the next movie is going to be Spider-Man Homeless because it was Homecoming and Far From Home, and no Homeless,
I like
which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So can you say where it stands?
There's nothing.
There's nothing
There's no
right now.
substantial
Okay.
like
I
articles
did it.
saying
I looked at
anything.
an article from 9 hours ago, and it's
My first thought is if they can't come to agreement and Spider-Man stays with Sony, is well they're going to recast him. Just
I don't want
get
Here we go
everything
again.
away from Marvel and Disney.
God.
Recast, make them all new. I'm like, that's the fourth Spider-Man in 15 years.
That's not including the
20
animated
years.
and anything else they've done with Spider-Man. Did you see the new Spider-Man movies?
I haven't watched. I've only watched Homecoming.
You
I
haven't seen
think.
Far From Home?
I haven't watched
It's
it.
That was
amazing.
a good one. It
it's
was a
amazing.
good one.
Best one, I think.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Best one of them all or
Of
of
all
Tom
of them?
Holland?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
best one since
You liked
since
it?
Tobey Maguire.
Well, and actually, Alex and I have kind of renounced our defense of Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, Garfield.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I still think he was okay. I mean, compared to
he was.
Tobey Maguire, but like Tom Holland has it like
Yeah.
like
Tom
that's
Holland
I like him.
Is
as-
so good at it.
yes,
Because he's
I
like
love
a
it.
younger persona. Like he's a younger kid, anyways. He looks young. Spider-Man's in like high school, isn't he?
He's a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he's a kid.
Yeah.
It's perfect
Well,
for it.
even in
Right.
Spider-Man 2, when he takes off his mask in the subway, they're like, he's just a kid.
Right.
I mean,
But
Tobey Maguire did look.
he
looks
was
probably
like
in
in
his
older.
mid-20s.
yeah.
So,
So when they
Tom-
did that scene, it's like no.
Tom Holland looks like an actual teenager.
He does.
He does a
Right.
good job acting like a teenager too.
Sure.
Oh my gosh! In
Mhm.
in the newest one, you see a lot more emotion.
There's a
in
lot
him.
of emotion. It makes
Mhm.
you want to cry.
Mhm.
I think I did cry.
So we can't really give a full answer on Spider-Man and Sony and Disney and that whole mess.
It's be an
there.
interesting story to follow.
Yeah. Other announcements, other movies and stuff that were announced. Let me. Do you know of any that? Have you heard of any, Mike? Did you read into any of D23? Any announcements that have come out?
Anything
Nothing
that
Star
we've
Wars.
talked about.
Yeah. I mean, there was just other sequels and TV shows that they've shown information on. But
It does, and I really only know what you've said, but it does make me a little bit more excited for Disney Plus.
I am
Yeah.
very excited. Are you gonna get it?
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
probably get it.
Yeah. I'm excited for the movie list that they're gonna have, like
Sure.
just everything.
Yeah, if they have any of the old movies, like that's a reason enough to do that.
Oh, they will. They will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, other movies that have been announced is The Matrix 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brett doesn't give a crap about
I
that.
said this on the precast. My opinion is that the only reason this movie's happening is because Keanu Reeves is the hottest celebrity in Hollywood right now.
Right.
On the tailcoats of John Wick
Mhm.
and I would say Cyberpunk, but that's really more a niche
Gaming.
crowd.
Yeah.
It really
The-
is.
The people don't really know about that unless you're a gamer.
Right. Exactly.
But just he did the press tour for John Wick 3. Just everybody loves Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Like he is such a nice guy
He
too.
is. He
He's a
really
really
is.
nice
come
man.
back just like out of nowhere. It's pretty much since John Wick movies. But
The first John
yeah.
Wick kind of started his return.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was never really gone. He just never really did anything. He was doing rom-coms here
Yeah,
and there.
And then he's got the next Bill and Ted, which I think is next year.
I actually watched Bill and Ted like for the first time a couple months ago. It was actually enjoyable. I've
Yeah.
never seen him before.
I've never watched them.
I've
No?
never watched him either.
No, it's really good actually. It's really enjoyable. I want to watch this. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Mike, have you watched John Wick?
I haven't watched it.
Years?
Wait, what?
No.
No,
None
are
of
you kidding
them?
me?
You gotta watch him.
What?
I'll get to it.
Dude,
I
you
should-
like dogs?
Brett,
I
there's-
shouldn't
huh?
say
You
you,
like
gotta watch him
dogs?
because you guys have told me
Then
that.
you'll
know,
love
all the
it.
time.
They're sitting
He's like
downstairs
the
if you want to
guardian of
lend 'em.
dogs. Like,
What now?
They're sitting downstairs if you want to
Oh,
lend
my
'em.
copies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you want to, go for it.
we got copies.
we got copies.
I forgot you had
I'm gonna
those.
be walking out the door with copies of John Wick.
It's like,
Thanks,
here's your
guys.
homework.
Here's your homework. Yeah.
Speaking of homework, did you have anything to say about The Matrix?
I'm excited for it, and it's about time they did an official announcement.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know where it's going to take place. Like at what time?
It doesn't. There's
can't-
like nothing in it like that I've seen other than hey, we're like it says
It's
like
just-
there's titles coming from or wait, what does that say? Sony? It just says Birds of Prey
Warner
is coming
Brothers.
out,
Warner
Fast
Brothers.
and Furious 9, The Matrix, and another thing that's been official is Bond 25 is officially titled
mhm.
No Time to Die,
No Time to Die.
Hmm.
Yep.
which
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah,
too.
I'll watch that. So, Alex, you also wanted to talk about Lady and the Tramp, which I concede that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
This
that's why I
looks-
want to talk about
looks
it.
so bad.
It's another live action, even though they're not doing well.
They're not.
The live action
well,
movies.
they're selling well in the box office,
but they're not
critically they're
billion
not.
dollars.
Yeah.
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 Critically. Not
Well,
doing
The
well.
Lion King did very
Did
well.
it make $1 billion
oh, wait,
worldwide?
Really? I think it did actually.
Yeah, I think you're
Mike,
right.
have you seen
Money?
any of the live action movies that have been coming out the last couple of years?
Some of them,
Which ones?
like The Jungle Book.
What did you think about that,
That
one? 'Cause
one
that was
was-
kind of like the first
Yeah.
tiptoe into like
It
the
was.
live action.
I don't really care for them. I don't see the point.
No,
It's
thank
all
you.
about the
It's
money.
like I think people
Meh.
our age were like, "What you doing to our movies?"
Pop that VHS in.
yeah, I
Right.
know, right?
Okay, so Lion King has made 1.5 billion
Worldwide.
worldwide.
Not worth it.
You're right, though.
510 million in the U.S. and Canada. That's actually not.
That's pretty low,
Very
actually.
good.
Critically, you're right. Critically, it's not.
But
they
they're
don't do
making
well,
money.
But yeah, that's well,
Still making
Disney
money.
cares about.
yeah.
Who,
What
who
else did
is-
you see that
who
was
else is
live?
going? That's what I want to know.
You saw Jungle Book. What else?
You
What was the one that
got,
came out
uh,
after that?
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
think-
Beauty and the
yeah, I
Beast.
watched that one.
That one was shit.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Hated
I
it.
watched Aladdin.
Didn't watch.
Haven't
I
watched
didn't watch.
Lion
The Alice
King.
in Wonderlands.
Mhm.
I saw the one with
There's two of them. There's the Alice in Wonderland, and there's the
Johnny Depp.
Looking
Oh,
Glass.
that's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Through the,
Yeah.
through
Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, I never saw that one.
I
Through the
didn't think
Looking
the
Glass.
Johnny Depp one was part of.
It's kind of a
Isn't it
sequel
like a
to
sequel?
the animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They consider him the live action.
Is that
versions.
a part of like Disney's conglomerate with those?
Mhm.
Okay.
It is,
Didn't
unfortunately.
know that.
What was the other one that came out? We didn't see Dumbo.
No,
Oh,
I actually
Dumbo.
want to see it.
Dumbo
though.
was a.
It
I heard it did
flopped.
bad.
It did really bad. Yeah. So I mean,
That was the only live action Disney movie I was okay with them remaking because it came out in 1942.
yeah.
Sure.
It
It's
was-
been long enough.
It was
We can
60
remake
minutes
Dumbo.
long too.
It's time.
yeah.
It's time. We can make remake Dumbo, Aladdin, and
Stay out of my 90s.
yes,
Right?
it's just like Disney. What
That's
are you doing?
exactly it.
Walt Disney would be mad.
I don't
You'd
know.
be mad.
No,
I don't know.
not when he
Was
would
he
see
alive
his,
back then?
his bank account.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
he'd be pretty happy.
If he was just about the money, yeah.
It is just about the money. All answer
I
to
said-
all your
I said
questions is
he.
money.
I said he,
What about it?
Walt Disney. If he was just all about the money.
He is. Well, he's,
He's
dead. but
gone, Brett.
I'm sure he would be.
dead.
It would be a big thing. Anyway, considering where we are, Josh, we need to talk about the movie club and then get to trivia.
Oh my, are we like hitting?
We're flirting with an hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Holy cow, time flies.
We still got plenty of time.
So the movie club, yeah. So this week we did My Cousin Vinny. So what the movie club is, every week we pick a movie. We go in a circle here. My pick was My Cousin Vinny. Alex, last week you chose Office Space.
Yep.
Nice.
So we're gonna discuss.
Brett had never seen Office Space.
Yeah.
Correct.
And we discussed it last week. So this week we're gonna discuss My Cousin Vinny. And every week we pick a movie that at least 1/3 of us has not seen. And this week it's Brett's pick. Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
So, My Cousin Vinny is what we saw, and it came out in what year? I think it was
92.
92. Yeah, Marissa Tomei, Joe Pesci, and all those other people that are in it. There's a lot of...
Mainly those two.
Yeah.
Who's the comedian? The judge? What's his name?
Oh, I don't know
Herman
his name.
Munster.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there
who
you
he
go.
played. Yeah, Herman Munster.
So I was listening to last week's show, and you wanted to say something about my reaction to the judge.
Yeah, I wanted to know what you thought of the judge.
Well,
I
He's a really
think he's
mean guy.
funny.
This was not a comedic role for him.
No, but the way that
He was quite mean, actually.
I
And
know,
I
but
felt
the-
bad for Vin.
what he says and stuff comes off as funny.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
this whole week I've been thinking about or weekend since we've watched it is I just hear the ute.
Youth? What is a
What's
The
a youth? Sorry, the youths. Like it's funny, and I knew that you would like the way that the judge. That's just kind of like reminds me of you, Brett.
He was just a hard ass.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the synopsis of the film. 2 New Yorkers are accused of a murder in rural Alabama while on their way back to college, and one of their cousins, an inexperienced loudmouth lawyer not accustomed to Southern rules and manners, comes in to defend them.
Yeah.
Played by Joe Pesci, rated R for language.
Yes.
Just
mean-
language.
It really it made me like Joe Pesci even more.
Oh, yeah. See,
know.
and you said, hey, watch out for him in
Casino.
Goodfellas.
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 And we're like, well, I mean, we've kind of seen him cuss already and kind of have rants. and-
Sure.
Like
yeah.
growing up, if you've never
But-
seen any other Joe Pesci movie besides Home Alone, like you just think of him as this he doesn't say the F word ever.
No,
he
no.
has a potty mouth.
You ever seen
Uh,
Goodfellas or Casino? Any of those?
Eventually, we'll get to Casino.
I
and
figured that's coming.
it'll open your eyes. But
Yeah.
I really like this movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
a good
did.
comedy role. Good
And
comedic role.
the best part to me is when he wakes up from the owl.
Dude, we told you to come back into the room
He
for that
runs
scene.
out the door and just fires blindly into the woods with his gun.
So awards. Marissa Tomei got an Oscar winner for Best Actress in a Supporting
Boy,
Role.
she really sells it too.
And she does. She doesn't have an accent like that. She's,
Yeah.
She's just regular.
I always think of her
Standard
in the
accent.
episode of Seinfeld where
Oh yeah.
where George almost dates her.
Yeah. And then she gets into that wreck or whatever, that car accident, right?
I honestly don't remember how the episode
She's
goes.
in a body cast at the end.
Do you not watch Seinfeld either, Mike?
I've seen Seinfeld.
Do you remember that episode? Because I
Not
don't.
specific.
It's the one where he watches all the Marissa Tomei movies, and his fiance keeps coming in and be like, "Oh, you have a thing for her or something?" And he's just like, "Well, I have the hookup to actually go on a date with her." Yeah, so that's kind of just how
I
it
don't
is.
remember that either.
Yeah. So My Cousin Vinny, very funny movie. Ralph Macchio, Marissa Tomei, Joe Pesci, Michael Whitfield, Fred Gwynne is the judge, and Lane Smith.
Lane Smith. That was the one I knew.
Yep, he's the defender. public
I
defender.
I enjoy courtroom movies.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've ever seen one as a comedy, except
Oh.
well, Liar,
Liar, liar.
except Liar, Liar.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
um,
that's a great one. That's classic.
but yeah.
Okay,
it
so
was-
overall, you like the movie.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
figured you would like this movie.
Yeah, and you were drinking with it too, so it's like, hey, this is gonna make it even more funny because it's just.
So we don't have any spoilers for you, so Mike. If you've never seen it, it's a really good, still holds up '90s comedy movie.
Let's watch it.
It's timeless.
It's timeless.
Timeless, sure.
It's very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good comedy.
Okay, so
All right, what's the
I
movie?
We
have
didn't really
a
like go
few-
into huge depth
No,
of
I
it.
don't
It's
think we
just a
need to.
really funny movie. I mean, it's just good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
I have a few options here. So going into football season, I got 2 football movies for you to choose from.
Okay.
But I can't remember what you've seen, so I'll ask: have either of you seen The Replacements?
No.
No,
Have either of you seen Varsity Blues?
Yes. Yes, you have, Alex.
I have. What's
Yes.
that one about?
James Vanderbeek.
as the quarterback with
yeah.
Paul Walker
Yeah.
and Scott Kahn.
You know that? Okay.
I
so-
don't know
so-
names,
so
and you guys know me. I don't know
John
names.
Voight.
all of basically like the premise of Not Another Teen Movie is Varsity Blues.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
then yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll go with The Replacements, which is my favorite football movie of all time, even though it's virtually unknown.
Keanu
because
Reeves.
it is Keanu Reeves.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah.
He's breathtaking.
Gene Hackman plays the coach. John Favreau is in it as a crazy linebacker.
You mean
So
John
there's
Favreau?
Favreau, yeah, that's it.
Farview.
It's close enough. So there's
Fabio?
actually quite a few
Fabio.
actors that you'll recognize. so.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
You ever seen The Replacements,
When's that
Mike?
from?
What's that?
When's it from?
2000, I think.
I don't know.
Replacements?
I think so.
I have
Wow,
no
that
idea.
it looks. The cover
It
makes
sounds
it look old.
familiar.
Replacements. Yeah, 2000. Look at you. Yeah, the cover's all like black and white, even looking.
I've seen
Yeah.
the cover before.
It's very
Meaning, like, I've
early
probably.
2000s.
I think I've gone into like back when there was Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Family Video.
2000.
I used to go
would've
in there
been
and like
right.
I recognize it by that,
Yeah.
by the cover.
What do you need?
My book.
Oh, your book.
Where'd your water go?
It's down here in
Oh.
the cup holder.
Oh yeah, you do have a cup holder over there. I do see that. So what are we doing here? What's
Okay, so you tasked me with coming up with trivia.
Nintendo trivia or
Nintendo
not,
trivia.
You don't. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
Now here's the
Nintendo.
thing, Mike. Writing trivia questions is my forte.
Oh,
The thing about them is
it is
that
art form
I always
It
do it
is.
from memory.
from memory.
I can do that.
So you just wrote them like 5 minutes ago?
Well, that's the thing. No. The questions come from my own memory of stuff. However,
The
I can't do
banks.
that with Nintendo because I don't know it well enough.
Brett's not a Nintendo fanboy, so I was like, hey, the other three of us know Nintendo pretty darn well, I think, enough to actually have some knowledge. You and me, at least. Alex is a little.
I'm back and forth.
So there's 5 Pokemon questions,
Ooh.
and they could be the worst trivia questions
Oh,
on
God.
the planet.
Okay.
I actually found them as trivia questions. I had no idea what they meant.
Hopefully
Okay.
they're only first gen
So,
questions.
so we'll see how this goes. The rest, I think, are pretty decent.
Okay.
Okay. So how are we gonna do this? Raise our hand, and we all just gonna say it, or
So,
what?
Standard rules apply. If you know it, don't shout it out because
Like, give
Alex has to
Alex
think.
10, 15 minutes to
And
think
then
about
once you all know, or you
10
think
to
you know,
15
you
No,
know.
no,
no.
That's a bit of a stretch. More like 10, 15 seconds.
Like,
it
just
takes me
like-
a minute to process the question.
We just
My
kind of like,
answer-
I know it, and be like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
so yeah, that's just.
So
well,
that-
we've done
Alright.
that.
As a total, this trivia segment could go well. It might be a complete train wreck.
Could be a train wreck.
All right.
Let's hope for the train wreck.
Well, that could be entertaining. What was the name of Banjo's sister
Oh.
in Banjo-Kazooie?
Wow.
Wow, Brett. You don't think
That
you stumped
is
us on the
a
first question.
hard
For
one.
Hard
one,
out of the gate.
for
Oh
one,
my
I've never
gosh.
played Banjo.
Well, the reason why
Banjo-Kazooie.
I ask because she's a very prevalent character. I mean,
She's
that's
the
who
one that
you're
gets
trying to
kidnapped,
save.
right?
Yeah.
I know the witch name.
What's her
Grunty?
name?
Grunty?
Gruntilda. Yeah.
Gruntilda, something like that.
See, I've never played a Banjo Kazooie game.
Yeah, I've never played it.
I know-
Banjo Kazooie's coming to Smash.
He
Oh,
is.
that's true. He is.
He
Yes.
is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes. And I mean, it's basically like playing Donkey Kong 64. It's Banjo Kazooie.
Same
They're
company
basically the
that made
same.
it, yeah.
There's just a collectathon.
Right.
Okay, so I
What-
think Mike
who
just
is it?
gets the point.
Yeah.
Tootie.
Half point.
Tootie.
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 Oh, well, I've heard that before, but it's not up there in my head. So
Okay.
Huh.
All right. Number 2.
Stupid name.
Fill in this blank. The blank dome is the first indoor area in Super Mario World.
The blank dome.
Like, so when you enter it, actually
Oh,
says
yeah,
across
yeah,
the
oh,
yeah,
it
top.
says the dome up top.
Yep, I know
Frickin'
this.
A.
I got this.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Vanilla Dome.
Correct.
Ah.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, look at you.
I was gonna say like donut dome.
Oh, yeah, there is a donut.
Donut plains.
Donut Plains is
Donut
before
Plains.
it.
Donut Plains
before
is
it.
right before it. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Man,
yeah.
you guys are weird. I don't know
Okay.
that stuff.
This one is freaking hard.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Mario Kart 64 replaced 2 characters with Wario and Donkey Kong.
Oh my gosh.
Who did they replace them with?
Ooh, I know one.
One of them? I know another one.
I only know one.
Guess goes first.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing Koopa.
Koopa Troopa is correct.
Yep. The other
Okay.
one's a Thwomp.
Wrong.
Thwomp.
Yeah. No, it is.
Well, that's not
Okay.
according to my research.
Well, then the other one would be
Mario Kart 64.
I knew the Koopa Trooper. I thought the other one would be a little bit
Goomba.
better.
Shy Guy.
Okay,
I was gonna say the ghost, but no.
He's an item.
Yeah, yeah, he's an item.
He is an item.
in 64 he was, yes.
All right, time's up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh.
Oh,
Really?
He was in
okay.
the original one.
Why? Yeah, and that's kind of weird. Like you go from Super Mario Kart, you're like Donkey Kong Jr., and you go to the other ones. He was never put in any of the other ones. You know what? They're gonna do a Mario Kart. They're all here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smash Brothers. Well, now you get all 72 something characters on Mario Kart.
Adding
Great
Link
character.
was a weird one. I'll tell you that on Mario Kart Deluxe.
He's awesome. Though.
I know.
like him.
He's got the rupees.
This next one, I had no idea. The villain in Super Mario Brothers 2 was not Bowser. Who was it?
Ooh, I know.
I might know, but Alex, do you have any
I have
idea?
no
you just
idea.
You look at me
I
and
do,
Mike
because like
immediately.
you sit there and you play your Mario games. I didn't even beat Super Mario Brothers 1.
Well, not a lot of people have.
Oh, okay. So I'm not that bad. All right, what is it?
Wart.
Correct.
I was gonna say
Who is it?
Slippy for
Wart.
some reason.
He's
but
a
Wart?
frog.
Big toad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frog
Wart.
or something.
You don't see him again ever.
No.
I don't even think I've seen that character.
Well,
You don't want to.
man,
He's,
he's
ugly.
he's a
Okay.
jerk.
The next 5 are the Pokemon questions.
Okay.
Woo!
Where can you find Deerling in Pokemon Black and White?
Deerling?
Deerling?
Yeah.
Deerling, I think, is a it's a. I'm probably shooting this out of my ass, but I think he's a deer Pokemon. You can find him in the forest,
In the grass.
the grassy area.
He's in some forest, like a snow-covered one, maybe, right?
Josh? Anything?
I have no idea. I'm enjoying.
According to the
this.
thing I found, it was Route 6.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea. They're asking for specifics.
I don't know the roots.
What was Black and White?
That was on
way after me.
That was on the DS.
Okay.
Yeah, way after me. I
Uh,
played red and yellow.
This one,
That's okay.
somebody probably should be able to get this one. What Pokemon is the Tiger Cat Pokemon?
Ooh.
Tiger cat?
Well, I mean.
Oh, I know what that is.
I know.
Arcanine?
No, that's a
Incineroar.
dog.
Incineroar.
No.
No?
According to my information,
Tiger
it's
Cat?
Purugly.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
Purugly.
Yeah, and I guess I'm right.
I
Arcanine
want
is
to
a dog.
see. I want to see what
Yeah.
that one looks like.
Yeah, let's look that up real quick.
And when I saw
If
the
it's what I
photo,
think
I'm
it
like,
is,
that makes sense.
He's pretty
PUR?
ugly.
Purugly.
UGL.
Per
ugly.
ugly.
Oh yeah, I
Oh.
have no idea
Oh,
who
yeah,
that
he
is.
ugly.
What is that?
What?
Let me see if I can get a larger photo up. Oh, I mean, that's his.
It looks like our old cat Alex, who
It
when
looks
she's
like
mad.
an overweight cat that you would see
Big
on like
old-
the chart at the vet. Like
Yes, yes. All right, so
Fun stuff right there. All right. Yeah, I don't
okay,
know.
next
I don't know that
Pokemon
generation.
question.
Let me close
Okay,
it up.
I literally have no idea what it means.
Okay,
Which Pokemon can you not obtain in Kalos?
the frick is Kalos?
I don't know.
Kalos is one of the regions.
Yeah, Alex.
What do you mean not obtain?
I don't know. That's just the
Like,
question.
they're
I
not.
don't
They
know.
don't spawn there.
The unknown?
Sure.
No, that's actually that's
That's
not a Pokemon, Alex.
Yeah, it
That's-
is. It's an
Well, it
unknown.
is.
It's a glitch. Oh wait, no, you said the unknown.
The
I was
Sinnoh.
thinking
The
of. I was
unknown,
thinking
the
of
little
Sinnoh.
alphabet guys.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of because
Kalos.
they're
I
legendary.
don't even know where Kalos is.
Can you tell us what the region looks like?
No.
What game is Kalos from?
I don't know.
Josh, look it up.
No.
Kalos
cheating.
Pokemon.
I'm going to tell you the answer.
Okay, what is it?
Glamow.
Yeah.
Glamow.
Another cat.
That's another cat. Yes.
There's a cat themed Pokemon thing
Well,
going on here.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Or not on purpose, anyway. Okay.
Could be
These
an
are
easy
really
one.
hard Pokemon questions.
Yeah.
What does Lepa Berry do?
Who the heck
the hell is
Oh my
Lepaberry?
God, Brett! What
It's a
the-
berry you can feed the Pokemon, but I
See,
don't know
Mike
what it
knows.
does.
Oh, is it?
I
Oh,
guess.
is that one of the berries?
Oh, Mike says.
It's one of the berries.
It,
I don't know what it does though.
It restores 10 PP, which I don't even know what that
Oh,
means.
that's hit points probably.
Okay.
They're like
That's what it is.
move points.
Man, we're terrible at this.
Well, these are hard questions.
Yes,
They're
they
very
are. I thought we were
hard.
gonna be like, who is the Pokemon that joins up with Team Rocket?
I can do
Which
that.
which Pokemon can't learn Bubble Beam?
What in the
I don't know what that means either.
Okay,
well, that's something
that's Squirtles.
that Squirtle
Most
uses. So
most water
non-water
Pokemon.
type.
What?
Yeah, most
Non-water
non-water
type?
type.
yeah, non-water type can't use.
Well, there's I guess
A
it's a
specific-
specific name, yeah.
Oh, a specific
God.
Pokemon. Which one can't? I'd say Porygon.
I don't know. Onyx. I'm just throwing
Any
names.
not water Pokemon.
Totodile.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Totodile's a water
he's a water
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
That was the
stupid.
answer.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, that was awful.
Oh man, you need to come up with better.
2 more questions.
You should say first gen Pokemon questions.
I want. Well,
That's
I
okay.
could have, but I mean, I don't know anything. I couldn't even narrow it down. You know, so I
or
literally googled
Pokemon
Pokemon
questions
trivia.
for the '90s kids.
Oddly specific.
No.
2
you're
more.
fine.
2 more now.
Okay.
This is great.
Now this one I kind of put together myself.
Where is it?
Oh, I forgot a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Use it from memory.
What was the subtitle to the side-scroller beat-em-up TMNT game released in 1991?
I have an idea.
What was the name? What was the what?
What was the subtitle? So you had TMNT.
Oh,
I got you.
I got it.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Mike, we can probably. It's
Say it.
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I've played one, and is that the one?
That's the one
Yeah,
you fell
that's the
asleep
one
to.
I feel.
That's like the classic.
I know. So get this.
It is
So
classic.
it's a it was a 4-player game in the NES too. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
what was
You
crazy.
can tell by how I fell asleep.
We bought it on the 360 when it was remastered.
remastered, yeah.
And
yeah, that was
Alex fell asleep with
Hey,
the controller
I
in her
was
hand. and-
drunk. Okay, I was drunk and I was falling asleep, and they wanted to play. So it's a side scroller, and eventually I was like, just kind of, and you know, the screen keeps moving,
But
and so
your
my
character's
character's
not
just like
sliding with
like,
it.
sliding with it, like Alex, what? Eventually, it's just like my character's just getting pushed by the screen.
Have you seen the arcade thing they're making for that?
No.
No.
So they're like,
Is it like a
have you
bus?
seen like the bring home arcade cabinets that you can get? They're like
yeah,
a couple
yeah.
$100.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're making that game for it.
Really?
Ooh.
Nice.
It's like $350.
That's not going to
Crazy,
stop
but
Brett.
Oh, it will.
I would
No,
totally get
that's
it.
how much you pay for a console.
You're-
Maybe 5-6 years ago, not anymore.
Any console right now is at least 300.
Yes, but I
But his
bought
love for turtles.
the one
is large.
console and I still have it. That limited edition crap is long
No,
over.
This is an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
You just said you were.
No, it will. The 350 that will stop me, even if it was.
Nah,
less.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
I'd pay 350 for it.
It
Anyway.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was the name of the N64 game where you play as a bee with cyborg technology fighting mutated insects?
Ooh,
Now, I picked this question because
Wait.
I really like this game.
A bee?
A bee?
it's a bee.
Yeah.
Bees.
Dude, I have never played a 64 game where I'm a
I have a
bee.
guess.
I know it's not Glover.
No.
Go ahead, Mike.
Is it Jeff Force Gemini?
No.
He's not a bee.
A bee?
A bee?
Now, isn't Jet Force Gemini, isn't he like a lizard?
I don't know what he is.
That's not a bee.
It's a kid.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Or am I thinking of a different one? You
It's
know
a-
what?
it's a rare game.
A bee in Nintendo 64.
Yeah, no idea, Brett. What the hell?
It's not Bee Movie with.
No, it can't be. That didn't come
I
out.
want you
yet.
to
Bee?
look. I want you to look this up when I say it,
Okay.
so that you know what it is. But and by the way, it goes Plan B.
Plan
Oh
B.
my god, you guys in that movie.
Man.
Buck Bumble.
Oh, Buck Bumble.
I still have no
Buck
idea.
Bumble.
I've heard it like on all these like top so many video game
Oh my
things.
gosh, yes. I remember going. I have to make sure this has images. I remember going to like the video arcade and seeing that cover right there.
I know the video game cover.
Yeah, Buck
I've never
Bumble.
played it though.
It's a side
Never
scroller.
played it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had side.
No,
scrollers.
it's not a side scroller.
Oh.
The side scroller was the TMNT question.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
This is a 3D.
Buck
know,
Bumble
third person
joins Smash.
view.
Is that what I see up there?
Oh, that's gonna be someone mocking it up, of course,
Yeah.
doing a, yeah,
One final question.
bumps
yeah.
to the
To the
base.
That's actually part of the line in the intro song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's always a reference.
There
what,
is.
What is considered, according to GamesRadar.com, what is considered the best GameCube game of all time?
GameCube game of all time?
That would be Twilight Princess
False.
or
Maybe Metroid Prime?
False.
Melee?
False.
Resident Evil 4.
That's what I thought, and then
That's
I
what
looked
I
at the list. Resident Evil 4 was number 3,
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Alex?
GameCube
and
game?
I'm
Wind
pretty
Waker?
sure Prime
I
was
was gonna say
2.
Melee, but he already said Melee.
Melee was a system seller.
Wind Waker
Wind
is
Waker.
correct.
Okay.
Wind Waker.
Cool.
Oh, wow. I said Twilight Princess, and that was like at the end.
Wasn't that? I
almost
thought
brought-
Twilight Princess was Wii.
It was both.
It's both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they brought it originally out for the Wii, and then they were like, "Well, we gotta appeal
Gotta
to the
install
GameCube
base,
people." Yeah.
Okay, that was just okay.
That well, the Pokemon one
The
was like.
Pokemon really tripped.
And
So
like-
that was the train wreck.
I'm glad only part of
Trains
it
off
was.
the tracks.
I'm glad only part it was.
Mike, speaking of Nintendo, what are some games that like your favorite Nintendo games of all time besides Smash Brothers? Like, what are your go-to?
I really like Wind Waker. I almost brought my controller that I had, the Toon Link.
Oh,
Oh,
made
Toon
them.
Link.
did you make
Yeah.
that?
I made one
Yeah.
for the GameCube.
Have you? What was your? Did you start with the NES and then just own all the consoles going up?
As a kid?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you played. You've played
I
them
don't
all.
remember.
I did too.
I've played like every Nintendo console. Sure.
Did you? I guess what I'm saying is, did you own one, play the games that came out for it, and then move up to the next one as it released? Because that's what I did, starting with the original Xbox, and then I owned the 360, and I owned the Xbox One. That was just kind of
I think my
gaming path, I guess.
my furthest back memory that I can remember when I was a kid was playing Mario with my dad. The first Mario.
Yeah.
that I
Oh
played.
yeah, definitely.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
playing Mario.
Yeah, I didn't own any other form of gaming console other than a Nintendo console until 2009.
When I took my campaign to you as far as why you should switch to Xbox.
And I was like, I was happy I did it.
Yeah.
I was really happy I had a 360 and a Wii in my possession, because then you got the Nintendo hardcore games, then you got the DLC games and all the first party titles that are, I don't know, first person shooters are huge, like Call of Duty and stuff. I bought an Xbox 360 for Rock Band. That was
Yes.
the only
Oh,
reason I
okay.
did
I
it.
love Rock Band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We
because
still have it
Rock-
downstairs.
Wait, was
I
Rock
have
Band on
mine
the Wii? It
downstairs.
was.
It
Wasn't
was. I bought it on the Wii originally, but there was
Mhm.
no such thing as DLC yet. And
One
then
of them had it. I think the second one had.
Well,
DLC.
yeah, it did.
The first one didn't. Though.
Yeah, you had to buy those track packs.
Yeah, they had that separate.
That stupid discs thing, and I was like, no, I'm going
Yeah,
to the
those are dumb.
360 where you can just get everything on a hard drive.
Josh and I we were hardcore Rock Band, especially when we lived in Chicago, like 7 years ago. We had the stage kit it had like the fogger and the light machine,
my
and we had
God.
black lights lit up, and we had another laser
one of
light
those right there.
machine. And
Nice.
what else did it come with?
It was timed lights.
Yeah,
that
so it like the
actually-
lights like shine like, and you can
as
hook
the music
multiple
went up.
ones up, so it made it look like it was called the stage kit.
Yeah,
It's pretty legit.
And
like a stage.
the only thing that was really stupid that we had but we gave away recently was the
keyboard.
keyboard.
You took it
You
to
guys
Rock
didn't like
Band.
the
oh wait,
keyboard?
you took it to Mega Replay
can
and
play-
then
I
they wouldn't
kinda
take
liked
it,
it.
right?
No, actually we still have it.
shook. It had
Yeah.
a
It
shake
has
in
some
it.
kind of like
Oh.
it has some kind of thing in it. It works just fine, but you want it?
Nah, I already got one.
Take my
Okay,
junk.
take
I
my
think
junk.
you
I think
wanna-
I played it like 10 times.
Do you want to stand for it? Because I have
but
the
was
keyboard
Yeah.
stand too.
You got the
Yeah,
stand too.
I'll never
It's a bulky hunk of metal you can't fold.
Yes.
I think I can credit Rock Band and Guitar Hero for being the reason why I actually like started playing instruments growing up.
Oh, really?
But I really liked those games when I was a kid.
You play the drums, don't you?
Play drums and guitar, not great, but
you-
they're fun to just dink around with every once in a while. so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Josh and I have over the years, we have, whenever we turn on Rock Band, it has to like catch up with all the stuff we've downloaded. We have easily put in, that's the one game we've put the most money into.
Yeah.
And we have over, what is it, 300? Josh?
Oh man.
Yes,
We
I was
have
messing
over
with the soundboard. Sorry.
300 downloadable content
I
songs
think I was
that we've
pushing
bought.
like 500 hours into that game when I was younger.
Whew.
It was like an insane amount of time.
Guitar
wasted.
Hero or Rock Band?
Rock Band.
Rock Band, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once they
I was a
started to
Rock
bring
Band
out
person
like the
myself.
I
mics
like
and the
them
all,
better.
the drum set and stuff, it's just
drums.
fun.
Drums is so much fun.
They are.
All right, did you have the issue of like if you played on hard or expert that you were drumming it so hard it was moving the drum set?
I remember you guys were talking about getting the cops called on you earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the times we had like our neighbor complain to us. We were on the top floor and the lady downstairs was like screaming at us, pounding on the floor,
With
and
the, like, a
we
broom?
couldn't hear her
Because
we were
you're,
being
you're
so
having
loud.
such a good time.
And she goes, "What are you guys doing up here?" And we're like, "What?" "Oh, you guys are playing the drums," and we're like, "It's not real drums."
It's not the real drums. Can you
It's
imagine?
like,
what
you
it
guys
was
are
like?
making a racket. I'm
Oh,
sorry, lady.
yeah.
Sorry, we're playing video games.
It's just a video game.
Those damn video games.
Yeah, same
No,
thing.
Same thing. I love Rock Band. We used to have like that was our thing. Was living in Chicago, you can't afford to go anywhere, so we would just like buy a bottle of vodka or rum, and then invite a couple friends over to have Rock Band night.
Sounds like a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of time left. Mike, I'll kind of open this up to you. Is there anything specific, whether it be video games, anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're good on anything. We
I
got
don't know.
a whole bunch of stuff.
I
If you-
mean,
if
we
you don't want
talked about Nintendo and Smash Brothers and Rock Band.
yeah.
I liked it.
I'll move into something then
Sure.
if you're good. So there is a sex toy company.
Oh god.
Oh God, it is.
Oh.
It is. We are talking about something.
Came with
Moving
a
right
sex
into something. All right.
We're not going to talk about the teledildonic device.
No, we're not talking about Bluetooth dildos. Right
Teledildonic.
Teledildonic device.
It's a
real
Bluetooth
thing.
butt plug.
We have a clip. We have.
What the?
We have. So last week we talked about on You ever heard of DEF CON?
DeathCon.
Which is it's a hackers convention where people get together and talk about stuff that they've hacked. This one, a guy got up on a panel and talked about how he hacked a teledildonic device, which is a Bluetooth butt plug.
He hacked. Why would you want to hack that?
Because he can.
He went into more detail. Brett.
Are you following up? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, he's asking
Okay.
about this.
Okay.
He hacked it, and so he was able to. Since he was able to hack into the device, he got into the app and was able to hack into other devices. So you can hack other people's sex toys. That's what we talked about.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah. So there is a sex toy company in the UK called Lilo. They offer time off to self-love.
Wait, what? Okay, wait, what do you mean they offer time off?
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's
What
pretty.
do you mean? What?
You can
That's
call in and say I'm having a self-love day.
What is self-love day? What do you mean?
Pamper yourself.
Taking 8 hours to fap one out.
There you go.
It's a bit extreme. But
Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah, well, it's self-love,
a
right?
sex toy company offers time off to masturbate.
where is this company?
Jesus.
It's in the UK.
So the thing about the European countries is they offer so much more time off than
They
American
do. We are
companies.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are a hardworking
Well,
community here.
A lot of countries offer a lot more.
They do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes,
It's
they
not
do.
Just I shouldn't say just Europe, but
Right.
international companies, not the U.S.
God
They
forgive, we
I
call
mean,
in once.
Some places
You're
take
fired.
off Thanksgiving to the New Year.
Holy cow.
That'd be
know?
nice.
My buddy lives in Australia. Says they don't work after Thanksgiving until January.
They have Thanksgiving in Australia.
That's our holiday.
What if they
What are you doing with my holiday?
I mean, that's like us celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
No, we invented that.
Yeah,
did?
that's true.
We did.
American.
It's St. Patrick's Day is what is actually
Oh,
legit.
that's the
yeah,
one?
that's a
Oh,
legit
okay.
one.
Yeah.
So according to this post right here, a sex toy company Lilo is offering its staff UK office 4 days of annual leave just to stay at home.
Is this on top of PT?
Yeah,
Sure.
This is additional PT.
4 days.
4 days.
A
Not in
year.
a row.
4 days.
Why
a year.
not?
Why
A
not?
year.
Why not take all
I
4 days
suppose you
off
could
in a
take all
row?
4. I mean,
Recovery
honestly,
days.
Recovery.
It just amounts to almost another week of vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And I've also heard a lot of companies have started doing a thing where they'll give you extra time off to try to date.
Really?
What?
Yes.
That's awesome.
If you're older, if you're in your
So it's a self-love day.
mid to late 30s and you're single, they'll give you extra days to try and find a date.
That's actually
Okay, so how
nice.
does this work though? So let's just say I don't show up for work one day. Where's Alex? Oh, she has a self-love
Well,
day.
I imagine you still have to call in and
I
use
know, but,
proper
like,
procedure.
But I mean, how do they
You just
tell
have
you?
to disclose it to HR. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, but I
Well,
don't have an HR.
When I
Oh.
call off, I have to choose a reason why. I imagine that's one of the reasons.
Self-love.
Well, I kind of work for like it's more of a mom dad kind of like it's a family
Sure.
work like so
Private.
small business.
Private.
So when someone calls off, we wonder, hey, where's that person at? Is everything okay? Like we automatically start worrying, like, oh, she's just taking a self-love day. Like, ooh,
Well,
let's
that's
go to
why
Alex's
your
house.
company doesn't have a self-love day.
See, okay,
I should have a self-love
if
day.
if everybody is doing it, then it's not embarrassing anymore.
That's true. That's true. It's like, oh, it's a self-love day, man.
Okay,
she's
you
gonna be
work- okay,
rejuvenated
first
when
of
she
all,
comes back to work.
They work at a company that sells the stuff. So you're already talking about it in your daily
That's a good
lives
point.
to
I didn't even think
strangers.
about it.
How many teledildonic devices did you sell yesterday, Brett?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
meet
I
the
took
quota?
a self-love day.
Self-love day. You want to hack my?
Fucking weirdest question you've ever asked.
That's like the word around the office. Word around the office is you sold 0 butt plugs
I
yesterday.
took a self-love day because somebody hacked my butt plug. What the hell?
Oh, change the subject.
Please,
Oh,
okay.
Why? It's funny.
Talk about live PD because I'm an advocate.
Oh, okay. So I got to experience live PD for the first time, meaning watching it for the first time. I had no idea what this thing was. I know Brett's talked about it a million times, but I just figured it was like it's like Cops. It is Cops, but I didn't realize
it's
it was live.
You
Have
know
you ever
what it
seen?
is, right, Mike?
Yeah. You seen it?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
So
It's
I
hilarious.
ended up
Yeah.
going into work the next day and talking to people, and I was like, man, I really hope somebody watched the episode last night because I wanted to talk about Wig Lady. And this was what, Friday or Saturday night? Friday night.
Right.
So of course, like I went in and I started to talk about it, and of course the girls at first I was talking to had no idea, like they knew what live PD was, but they didn't watch it that night, and I was like, dang. But someone overheard me and saw me looking at a picture of the lady holding her wig in her arm or whatever, and someone came in and went, "Oh, did you watch live PD last night?" It like lit me up, and I was like, thank God I have somebody to talk about Wig Lady with. But Brett, can you paint the picture at all?
Of
Or,
that
of
specific scene?
Yes.
Well, apparently there was a call about a fight or something, and so the officers go talk to both parties, and it was a bunch of, I didn't really follow the reasons why, I didn't really care, but this lady's walking around with her wig, and she's an older lady, and the officer's like, "Oh, that's a wig? I thought that was a purse."
That was a
And
Pomeranian.
then I thought it was a Pomeranian. So, and then of course the older lady was like, "Oh, honey, no, that's just my wig." "Well, why are you carrying your wig around?" And she said, "Well, I took my wig off and said, 'let's go.'" And she didn't want to let's go. Like she's talking to the other
She
girl.
didn't want to let's
She
go.
didn't want to let's go.
Hey, when the wigs come off,
That's
You
what
know,
she,
that's when they're serious.
she's
serious.
like she's like, we've been at it for a while now, and I told her, take your wig off. So I took mine off and said, let's go, and
that's
she
a
did
nasty
let's
looking
go.
wig.
So that's the wig right there.
Honestly, it did not
It
look
does
like
look like
a
a
wig.
Pomeranian.
It looked
You have
like
to
I
show
can see
the
it.
Josh, show the picture. Could you find a picture of it? Like she had it like tucked in her arm. Looked like a dog
It
in
looked
her
like
arm.
a purse of some sort here. So maybe I will here. Let me get off that screen there.
So what was funny was like, oh my gosh, I bet you if I looked up hashtag live PD like wig lady on Twitter as we were watching it, and sure enough, that was the community right there. Everybody was talking about it.
Live PD has quite the Twitter live tweeting following.
Don't they show like some of the tweets while you're watching it?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
they're good, sure.
I'm not finding
No, you're
anything.
not finding it. Okay.
No.
Either way, it was. She got her 15 minutes of fame.
She did.
Sure.
Like
What-
it
what-
was.
What
it
she
was
call
funny.
herself? Miss Kitty what?
It was Miss Kitty something.
I don't remember.
But at the end, she was like, "All right, well, I guess we're leaving now." And she was going back in, and the lady cop was like, "All right, well, honey, go back inside, put your wig back on." And she was like,
I'm about to go to bed.
"I'm about to go to bed, honey. I'm not putting my wig back on." She like looked over at the camera, and, like winked, and like shook her butt a little
Oh
bit.
my- It was
Un-
so
like-
uncomfortable.
bad.
And she was like, "You want a little bit more, honey?"
Stop. Okay, that's
She's on live TV.
It was-
She's getting it.
Oh, my
she
God,
was.
her husband looked like Bob Ross.
and
And he looked like he was
He
high
did.
on something. He was back there just kind of going.
it was in Louisiana, was it?
it said
I think it was
Lafayette something.
Lafayette, Louisiana, I believe.
Yeah. I know. I was like, that's an interesting place.
Right out of the swamp.
Yeah. You
I
ever
know.
been to Louisiana?
It was funny.
Have I?
Yeah. It's hot down there, humid,
Yeah.
so rough.
Swampy.
You've been to Louisiana?
Yes, I've been to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nolans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
I
He
went
helped
down there.
after Katrina.
Yeah,
Oh,
helped
that's
out.
awesome.
Helped
Oh,
out. And I
nice.
saw the wreckage and stuff. Did I ever talk about that on?
I don't think
I
so
don't
because
think
I
so,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
You didn't
No.
know that?
No.
Oh yeah, like we did a whole we were helping out with a church trip. We went, so on the way down, our AC broke in our
Ooh.
bus in the middle of the summer. This is like
Ooh.
Memorial Day weekend actually, right after Memorial Day weekend, and it was just so bad. But we got to New Orleans, and it was just you went outside for like maybe 5 minutes, and it's all just you're drenched.
Oh, yeah.
It's just humid, just a wreck. So bad, so bad. Yeah.
You went down after Katrina. You said
Mhm.
that's. I know why. Maybe that I never knew is because that was before I knew you.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of.
It was like a year actually before you knew him.
It was right before I moved,
Mhm.
actually. Yeah. So, anyways, are we hitting?
Yeah,
time
we
here, Brett?
better wrap up
Can
here.
I share my possum story real quick?
I suppose.
Okay, because I need to know the opinion because I need to bring it back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so the other night, over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday night.
Mhm.
We fell asleep on the couch, and my dog wakes me up at like 4:30 in the morning, just shaking and screaming like she's I need to pee. Like, okay, all right, I'll take her outside. I usually put a leash on her, right? But I'm like, it's 4:45 in the morning. Nobody's taking their freaking dog outside. I'm just gonna take her out the back on the patio, just let her go. I'm wiping like sleep off my eyes, right? I've got my back patio light on. Over by there's like a big ass dumpster off to the right, so there's got a little bit of a glow. I'm just setting the scene here, and So I'm sitting there watching her do her thing, and sure enough, like corner out of my eye, coming behind the dumpster on the right, I see this thing, and my mind automatically goes, "Oh, there's a cat there," and looked kind of white and gray. But the white and gray kept coming, like it was a big ass thing. And I was like, "What the fuck is this thing?" And sure enough, it paused because I went forward to like go grab Layla, and this thing, I'm not gonna joke. I swear to God, it's a possum. Never seen a real possum before. Just seen pictures. Never seen a real possum. I'm not joking. It was this big.
It is huge.
It was huge.
Is that a gator or a possum?
It was this
Another
big.
gator.
It was
Another
this big, and it was probably like this tall off the ground. And I
Jeez.
went over to Layla as she's mid crap, hunched over and did a chokehold on her because I knew as soon as she saw that thing, she was gonna go chase after it. So the scene is I'm hunched down in my pajamas outside the middle of the night while a big ass 4-foot possum, not joking, 4-foot possum, because I even had to blink twice. I'm like, that's not a cat, that's not a dog. And then my porch light shined on it, and it had like those beady like mouse face with the eyes and stuff.
Yep.
Swear to God, it was a possum, and eventually just took off. I woke up so quickly, grabbed her after the poop. I didn't care if she had to pee. Brought her back inside, woke Josh up, and was like, "You should have seen the fucking thing. It was like this big." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to bed."
That's what I
I'm like, "You gotta get outside and
Who
look at this
cares?
thing." Everybody at work, like, it couldn't have been a possum. Those things only get max 14 pounds. I'm like, this thing was easily 25 pounds.
So what are you asking? Is there a question in the near
The question is, do you believe me that it was that big?
That's
Okay,
I don't know.
Given Alex's exaggerations,
I was not
I mean, if
exaggerating.
you're pinching off your dog's poop just to get away from it, like that seems like a pretty big possum.
right?
If
I
it was
agree.
a cat
What
or
in the
something, I
world?
would have just been like, "Oh, Layla,
Are
let's
you
go."
sure
Like,
that your fatigue or half asleepness
But,
didn't
was it a
maximize?
raccoon maybe?
everybody at work said it was a raccoon.
Was it a marsupial?
Isn't that what a? No, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, raccoons aren't marsupials.
No, possums are.
Oh, somebody asked, like,
Alex, I
did it
thought
have?
you knew animal?
Did
like,
they have babies
names.
on its back? And I said, no. I know
Oh, yeah,
that
that's-
possums carry
they do
babies
that,
to make them
yeah.
look bigger. I said, no, I saw the whole thing. It had
Oh
like a
my
little
God.
rat-looking tail. Like,
It was dark out. Did you have a flashlight?
I just said my porch light and the overhead light over the dumpster was on. That was more than enough to see that what it
Seems
was.
pretty well
That's
lit.
true.
Sorry.
Well, I'm
Just hit me
gonna.
over here.
I mean, I'm not calling you a liar, but I've never seen a possum that big.
So the crazy thing is, I looked up a picture because I have a picture in my head, and I looked at it. It took me a second to go, is that a possum? Like, that was just the first thing that came to my head. So I looked up because I drew a picture of like a pointy face that looked like a mouse and some beady eyes, and then drew the body. Yeah, please bring up a picture of a possum, please.
Was it just like an ugly dog maybe? Like
It was not a dog. It wasn't a big ass rat. So its face looked exactly like that one that you're pulling up right now.
So the question I have is,
It's an opossum.
do you think they're cute or hideous?
Dude, they're freaking scary.
Yeah.
I could have told you that if this thing locked eyes with me, which it did, and started to come at me, I would have grabbed Layla and screamed like a freaking girl
Yeah, look
versus
at
a
that.
cat or a dog coming at me.
F
when
that,
when they
dude.
hiss, man,
nah.
give me my shot.
Dude, those things carry like that's disease
Oh, yeah.
right there.
They're just a rodent. They're a giant rodent.
It's a marsupial.
Ugh.
Is that the same thing as a can a,
Nah.
can a
No, it's
marsupial be a
not.
rodent?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I think marsupial is a marsupial.
Well, I have a
Right.
phobia of rats, and that's like a big ass rat.
That's a big rat.
What's your phobia, Mike? We've actually discussed phobias on here before.
I mean,
Alex has arachnophobia. I have claustrophobia. Brett.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
I'm-
claustrophobic.
I am
I definitely don't
claustrophobic,
like being up high
Okay,
without
so
like a harness. or
scared of
What's
heights?
that called?
Just scared of heights. I
Eh.
mean, do you want me to look
there's-
up the actual name?
I'm sure it has
I think
one.
I'm more claustrophobic than that. Though.
I'm
That's just one
claustrophobic.
everyone knows because it's just like I don't like.
I think
enclosed
I think
spaces.
a lot of people are claustrophobic.
Well, everyone has a bubble.
Right.
I mean, then there's those that don't, and they just
So,
get a little
okay,
close.
claustrophobic, are you that bad that you can't be in an elevator?
No.
Okay, my sister.
Okay, I'm gonna
is.
say his
It's
sister
like,
is like that.
Remember the close talker?
Oh,
from
yeah.
Seinfeld?
He gets like this close.
Yeah, you'd be punched if you were in my face like that.
That's a great episode.
No, I have a very weird phobia, which everybody knows about, especially at work. I don't know if the proper name of it is styrofoamophobia, but I do not like styrofoam.
Styrofoamophobia?
Yes.
My wife doesn't like chalk. She's,
Really?
like,
Okay,
I
so
can get-
disgusted by
I get
chalk.
that.
okay, so
can
I
get
don't like that either because it's like the feeling of chalk, the sound of chalk on a chalkboard. So you know, like the feeling most people get when you scrape your nails on a chalkboard or the chalk
But with
accidentally.
styrofoam.
Yeah, it gives
Ugh.
me that feeling, and I can do peanuts. Peanuts are fine, but the actual
Styrofoam
like
peanuts.
box that you have to
Styrofoam peanuts.
pull out of the box, like the cardboard box, like it makes me want to throw up when I
Oh,
hear
that-
like the
yeah.
scraping up against it. It's really bad.
It's gross.
So like my worst death would be like
Alex, it's
being
very
in a
easy.
box,
Death
like
by styrofoam.
death by styrofoam. So being buried in a styrofoam box with
Wait.
spiders and being and then throwing me in the ocean.
Wow.
That's a really specific way
That's
to die.
very specific.
Like that would be my ultimate
Joe
like
Rogan
just
is
die
gonna
It's really
set
easy.
that one up.
It's just
from, from
Fear factor.
Fear Factor.
styrophobia.
Styrophobia. So
It's
yeah,
just
I
called
really have it.
styrophobia.
I've actually only met 2 other people. One I work with and another one I ended up working with, but we both refuse to open up the boxes that come into work.
There's a whole community of styrofoam-based fear.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
I
well,
didn't realize it was a real thing, but
it's like
yeah, it
the
is.
squeak. The squeak gets her.
And it's
I
the
get it.
feeling of it too. Like I just don't.
I don't like it.
My
either.
hands are sweating.
Let's
thinking
get
about
out of here, Josh.
Yep. All right. Alex, you want to plug your Twitch? What you just beat
Ooh,
too?
yes. So we gotta talk about that real quick. I finally beat Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Cool.
Yeah. After
Brett, I beat it.
Good.
I started it in freaking like a year ago.
Congratulations. You wouldn't even have gone back to it if I didn't put the pressure on.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm glad you did though. Honestly, it's my favorite out of the 3.
Well, didn't you tell me that it wasn't when you first went back to it?
Yep.
yeah, because
Okay.
she got really
with
frustrated.
like
I-
the ending and everything, like it's my favorite.
you played
it's
any
awesome.
of the new Tomb Raiders?
No, not too much of them.
No. Alex cosplayed
Do you even
it too.
own like an Xbox or a PlayStation, anything other
PS4.
than?
Sorry.
He's a
No,
PS4 guy.
That's okay.
They're
You won't wrestle.
They're-
You won't fight about it.
it's
It's okay. It's all
It's a
cross-platform
good
now.
console.
Is
We're
it?
all
a lot
friends
of it
now.
Is. A lot of it is.
And
Yeah.
honestly, it's outsold the Xbox One.
God of War and
That's fine.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
games are.
Oh, yeah.
If we want to
so
talk about
good.
sales, the Wii is one Gen
Oh,
7.
forget
So
about it.
hey, you know what?
Wait,
the,
what?
The
The
Wii
Wii-
is
the
not
Wii
this
won Gen
generation.
7.
Well, yeah.
It
But
won Gen 7.
PS2 won all the gens.
Yeah, PS2. Yes.
That's
I
the
did
console
have a
of all time.
PS2.
I never owned.
I never had a PS2.
Never owned one.
Oh.
I did.
Never did.
Back to
Oh,
plugs.
Twitch. Okay, so
Plug it.
yes, so
Plug
I did finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That is still up. Should still be up on my Twitch if you wanted to watch me beat it. I was disappointed in one thing, but you have to be following my Twitch to know why. But I thought it was amazing. It was a really good game. Brett, I tried 100% it, and the thing I wanted to talk about is how I am a completionist when I do a campaign.
Yeah.
So I ended up completing it it was like 98.2%.
Okay.
And the only reason why I didn't choose to 100% it is because before I started that stream where I was going to finish it, I went to go see how much my gamer score was going to get, like what the achievement was going to be for it. Guess how much they give you for a completionist?
100%ing it.
100%ing the game.
100.
5 Gs.
Womp womp.
5 gamer score.
5.
So you don't want to do it?
I said fuck it.
Not
like,
worth-
like it was just 5 Gs. That's like picking up a gun or something in the game you're not supposed to get, and you're like, oh look, I found the whole 5 Gs.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, I hit,
No,
I
you spending.
hit the start button.
I spent from October to August, like playing the game pretty much. I know that it's probably only like a 15-hour like campaign or whatever, but like I put in a lot of extra work trying to do all the challenges, finding all the tombs, and they're gonna give me 5 Gs
Got
for it.
Yeah, but
achievements
did you
along
have
the
fun?
way.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, but I'm not rewarded.
You're
I'm not
rewarded along the way.
compensated.
You're
Oh.
rewarded with gameplay.
Hey, Alex, you know something? There was never such thing as a gamer score
Yeah,
in
that's-
all of Nintendo games.
It's changed gaming
Half
forever.
of it was to do it for fun. The other half I wasn't compensated for. I still wasn't because I didn't get it.
with yes,
I want my
with,
money.
with meaningless awards.
Right,
Yes.
meaningless points.
You know what
It's
they,
just
they
it's
gave
just
me?
street cred.
They gave me
It is.
15.
Street cred.
Okay, so
Or
here's the
gamer cred.
comparison
Is that,
real quick.
is that a
I like
better?
Here's the
is that a better
I like
comparison.
street cred better.
They were going to give me 15 Gs for getting a fiery bow and arrow and
Okay.
lighting a turkey on
That's
fire.
Way cooler.
And
than
it's called
doing
like
everything.
Yeah, it
Thanksgiving
is.
dinner.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's way cooler.
But 15 Gs versus all the extra hours and time
Isn't
for 5.
can't you light a pig on fire with a Molotov?
You
And
can
that's
light
You can do
everything
anything on fire.
Maybe that's in.
You can
That
light
might be in the
everything.
second.
No,
one.
in the second one, you have to toss the chicken up in the air and
Shoot
shoot
it.
it. to get
That's an awesome achievement.
it's really difficult.
So you should play these games. They're on,
Yeah, I
all,
gotta
they're on all those consoles.
Keep going.
Okay, so if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Q_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I play on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights.
And I Twitch stream on Wednesday night and Saturday and Sunday morning. It's twitch.tv/Mr. L, MISTERL. And we're going to go ahead and plug it in, guys. Thank you guys very much for joining us on our live YouTube video. And if you are listening to us, you are cool as well. Thanks for sticking with us and all the comments that you've done. We see them in chat here. Alex has been replying to them. So thanks for sticking with our YouTube video and joining us live on our pre-show and our regular show. Our pre-show is every Monday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. So if you are on our social media and you see the announcement, or if you have subscribed to us and hit that bell on YouTube, make sure you do that and you'll get the announcements from now on. And our podcast is live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right after the pre-show. So make sure you join us for those. On our pre-show, we give you the topics that we're going to talk about, and we also give a shout-out to the people that are in the chat and ask for suggestions. So make sure you do that. If you ever want to give us any topics, do that as well. If you want to give us a phone call, actually, I have to pull up our phone number here. I never remember it. Because
it's still new.
It's
remember
brand
the
new.
last four.
Yeah, it's
Called PT0.
Okay, it's 224-225-5780. That is our podcast phone number. If you ever want to leave a voicemail, we do have some to actually listen to, so we might put one in our show for this audio episode. So if you want to give us a phone call as well and leave a shout out of your podcast, if you are part of one, be sure to do that. If you want to have any anything that we've touched on, give us your opinion on as well. We enjoy the feedback. If you want to follow us on our Facebook, we are on facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Yeah,
Mike,
Twitter?
you got a
I'm not on Twitter.
Anything
you got
to
an
plug?
Instagram you want to plug.
The custom game tattoos. I don't even remember the whole thing of it. Just look for cool controllers.
Yeah,
You might
well-
find one of mine.
Hashtag painted controllers.
There you go.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a good one. Brett, you going to lead us out?
Oh,
You got a final note?
I actually don't.
You don't have a final note?
I don't.
Okay.
Mike, thanks for coming on. I know we talked
yeah,
about getting you
thanks
for
for
a
having me.
while now, and good luck with the next milestone that you're coming into fatherhood.
Yeah, congratulations on that, by the way.
Thanks.
And we'll get there one day.
One day. Yes.
Supposedly.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, it's time to get out of here, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll check us out next week, episode 176. So, bye, guys.
Bye.